out that we've been dealing with for so many years. Father, we ask you to forgive us for our sins, for our weaknesses, for our mistakes. Pray that we can do better each day. Please help us and guide us, give us wisdom, and help us to make good decisions for the citizens of this great state. We pray for safety and protection. We pray for those who work in law enforcement and in public safety, that they will be watched over and protected as they work to keep all of us safe. We give thee thanks again for our many blessings, and we say these things in the name of Jesus Christ. Amen.
Since Senator Rios is not on the floor, Senator Rogers, would you please do it for us?
Members, please join me in the Pledge of Allegiance. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States.
Thank you. Attendance will now be recorded by electronic roll call. Senator Alston, are you here today?
Good morning, Madam President. This is Leila Alston from Legislative District 24, and I am really happy to be here with my colleagues today. Thank you, Madam President.
Thank you, and we're really happy to have you here. Senator Engel, are you here?
Yes, Madam President, I am here.
Thank you. Senator Gabaldon, are you here?
Good morning. This is Senator Gamaldon. I am present.
Thank you. Senator Gonzalez, are you here?
Ewi, Dios enchaneabo, inimi.
Thank you. Senator Mendez, are you here?
Yes, present. Senator Mendez is present.
Thank you, sir. Senator Tyler Pace, are you here?
Yeah, Madam President, Senator Tyler Pace, Legislative District 25, and I am present.
Thank you. And Senator Steele, are you here?
Yes, Madam President, Senator Steele from District 9, and I am present.
Great. Thank you so much. Senator Peshtlakai, thank you. Anybody know where Totondo is? Okay. 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 All right. We have 30 present, 0 absent, 0 excused. Without objection, the reading of the Journal of Tuesday, June the 29th, 2021 is dispensed with and approved as recorded by the Secretary. Introduction of guests, points of personal privilege. Seeing none for this moment, we'll have time to do. Okay, Senator Peshtlakai?
One moment. Madam President, thank you very much. I rise for a point of personal privilege to read a death resolution.
Please do. Members, could we have silence? We're doing a death resolution. Thank you. Please proceed, Senator Peshtlakai.
Thank you, Madam President. I appreciate the approval to read a death resolution for Mr. Rex Toulouse. I had known Mr. Rex Toulouse for many years, and in fact, I still have his phone number in my contacts, and he was a very good friend and a brother to my father, who passed 4 years ago. And so this, I will read the resolution now. The Arizona State Senate, a resolution on the death of Mr. Rex Toulouse. The Havasupai tribe mourns the loss of Rex Toulouse, tribal elder and former chairman. Whereas former Havasupai chairman Rex Toulouse passed away peacefully on June 19th, 2021, surrounded by his family in Flagstaff, Arizona. He was a lifelong advocate against uranium mine projects in the Grand Canyon and never wavered from his outspoken support for the tribe and the people. Whereas his advocacy helped defeat a proposed uranium dump in the Swiss Alps, he also provided testimony in the 1992 World Uranium Hearing in Salzburg, Austria. In 1998, he was hired as the Grand Canyon Park Ranger as a cultural interpreter for the Department of Interior until his retirement. And whereas Rex dedicated his life to working on behalf of the Havasupai tribe, serving on the Havasupai Tribal Council for more than 30 years, including multiple terms as chairman and vice chairman of the tribe. He was a traditional round dance, song, and gourd dancer. He worked hard to preserve the Havasupai songs, way of life, and the Grand Canyon. Rex often appeared before the Arizona State Legislature as well as national committees on topics of great importance to the tribe and Indian country. And whereas Rex was born on August 15th, 1947, the youngest of 8 children, and was the only boy in the family. Rex attended the Sedona Mission School, the Fort Apache Boarding School, and graduated high school from the Phoenix Indian School in 1967. He also attended Haskell Indian Nations University in Lawrence, Kansas. He then returned to the Supai village to take care of his aging mother following the death of his father. In Supai Canyon, he would spend his days tending to the land, hunting, horseback riding, and sharing the stories and culture of the Havasupai people. And whereas he was known to all as a peaceful and kind-hearted man who had a deep love for everyone he met, with a warm and welcoming spirit and respect for all people. He is survived by his wife Rosella Tsinyela Tulusi on May 29, 2020, as well as his parents and sisters. Rex and Rosella Tulusi had 2 daughters, Rochelle and Nettie Tulusi, and were blessed with 4 grandchildren. Therefore, be it resolved by the Senate of the State of Arizona that members of the Senate sincerely regret the passing of Mr. Rex Tulusi and extend their deepest sympathies to his surviving family members. Dated this 30th day of June 2021, Karen Fan, President of the Arizona State Senate, and James Sita Peshlikai, State Senator, Legislative District Number 7. And Madam President, I ask for a moment of silence in respect for former Chairman, Mr. Rex Tulusi. Thank you.
Yes, ma'am. Can we all rise for a moment of silence, please? Thank you.
Yeah.
Senator Navarrete, are you on the board?
Madam President, I rise for a point of personal privilege, introduction of guests online.
Please do.
Celebration.
Please do.
Members, today is my mother's birthday. I'm hoping that she received the correct link for her birthday today, but just wanted to wish my mother a very special birthday. Very excited to celebrate her today and celebrate her as much as I did yesterday and continue to celebrate her until the end of either one of our days. I just wanted to wish her a happy birthday. And also today is June 30th, which wraps up Pride Month here across the country. So I just want to say to all my brothers and sisters and everyone in between, hope everyone had a safe and very happy LGBTQ Pride Month, and continue to hope that, they continue to live with a lot of pride and know that they are loved, and that we are going to continue to fight for the LGBTQ community so that they also have dignity and respect in this country as well. Thank you.
Thank you, Senator Navarrete. I have one very short, just hoping everybody remembers today is the 8th anniversary of the death of our 19 hotshot firefighters, the Granite Mountain hotshot firefighters. The governor has requested flags to be at half-mast. I hope you will keep their prayers in them in your prayers and their families, and please say prayers for those firemen who are out there now fighting all the fires, and let's hope that we don't lose any more lives. So thank you for that, everybody. Business on the President's desk, communications from the governor. Without objection, communications from the governor as listed on the calendar will not be read and will be entered into the journal, and the secretary will record the action. Senate Bills 1078, 1082, 1124, 1294, 1305, 1660, 1719, and 1783 are transmitted to the governor. Without objection, messages from the House as listed on the calendar will not be read. The messages will be entered in the journal, and the Senate Bills 1007, 1270, 1376, 1401, 1533, 1836, 1842, 1844, 1845, 1846, 1847, 1848, 1849, 1850, and 1851 are transmitted to the governor. Conference committee appointments. Senator Borelli is replacing Senator Gowan as the member of the Free Conference Committee to House Bill 2605, which is the medical marijuana testing. Secretary, please record that action and notify the House. Committee announcements for today. We do have that committee conference. Gray, are you going to do it? Senator Gregg?
Thank you, Madam President. The conference committee will be on House Bill 2605, medical marijuana testing, Wednesday today in House Hearing Room 4 at 12 p.m. noon. Members will be Barto, Borelli, and Navarrete.
Thank you, sir. Appreciate that. All right, Committee of the Whole, Senator Gray, now you're up too.
Thank you, Madam President. I move the Senate resolve itself in the Committee of the Whole for consideration of bills on the calendar.
Thank you. Members, you've all heard that motion. All in favor, please indicate by saying aye. Aye. Any opposed, nay. Appears the ayes have it, do have it so ordered. Senator Peterson, would you please take the chair?
Committee of the Whole is called to order. The chair recognizes the majority leader.
Mr. Chairman, without objection, I move all bills on the calendar be read by number and title only.
Without objection, so ordered. Please read the first bill on the calendar.
House Bill 2124, an act amending sections 15341.01, 15393, and 15393.01 Arizona Vice Statutes relating to career technical education districts. The Committee on Rules recommends that the following bills are proper for consideration. HB 2124, Karen Fan, Chairman. Madam President, your Committee on Education, having had under consideration HB 2124 relating to CTED's average daily membership, submits the following report. Your committee recommends that the bill do pass. Paul Boyer, Chairman.
Chair recognizes Senator Boyer.
Mr. Chair, I move that House Bill 2124 receive a due pass recommendation.
Any discussion? Seeing none, members, question before you is that when the Committee of the Whole Rise and Report recommends that HB 2124 receive a due pass recommendation. All those in favor vote aye. Any opposed vote nay. Appears the ayes have it. Do have it so ordered. Chair recognizes the majority leader to retain House Bill 2552.
Mr. Chairman, without objection, I move House Bill 2552 be retained on the calendar.
Without objection, so ordered. That concludes the calendar. The chair recognizes the majority leader.
Mr. Chairman, I move the Committee of the Whole rise and report.
For that motion, members of the Committee of the Whole rise and report. All those in favor vote aye. Any opposed vote nay. Appears the ayes have it. Do have it so ordered.
Senate will please come to order. The reader will please read the report.
Madam President, your Committee of the Whole having had under consideration the legislation listed below with the following recommendation. HB 2124 do pass, HB 2552 retained on calendar. Respectfully, Warren Peterson, Chairman, Committee of the Whole.
Thank you. Senator Peterson?
Thank you, Madam President. I move that the report of the Committee of the Whole be adopted. The bill be properly signed.
Great. Thank you, members. You've all heard that motion. All in favor indicate by saying aye. Any opposed, nay. Appears the ayes have it. Do have it so ordered. All right. So going back to reverse what we did before, Cal, Senator Senator Gowan is now replacing Senator Borelli as a member of the Free Conference Committee to House Bill 2605. Will the Secretary please record that action and notify the House? Okay. Okay. It's one of those make up your minds. You know, and they say women can't make up our minds, right? You got nothing on us. Okay. All right, let's go into third reading of bills, see if we can get some work done now. Third reading of bills.
House Bill 2124, an act amending sections 15341.01, 15393, and 15393.01, Arizona Revised Statutes relating to career technical education districts.
Thank you, members. You've heard the third reading of House Bill 2124. That is the CTED's average daily membership bill. Those in favor of the measure will vote aye. Those opposed will vote no. The system is now open, and the Senate will proceed to vote. Okay, Senator Alston, how do you vote on 2124?
Madam President, this is Leila Alston from Legislative District 24, and I vote aye on House Bill 2124.
Thank you, ma'am. Senator Engel, how do you vote?
Senator Engel, District 10, I vote aye on House Bill 2124.
Thank you. Senator Gabaldon, how do you vote?
Senator Gabaldon, I vote aye on HB 2124.
Thank you. Senator Gonzalez, how do you vote? Senator Gonzalez? Where'd she go? We'll have to come back to her. I don't see her. We must have lost her. Senator Mendez, how do you vote?
Senator Mendez, District 26, I vote aye for House Bill 2124.
Thank you. Senator Pace, how do you vote?
Senator Pace, Legislative District 25, and I vote aye on House Bill 2124.
Thank you. Senator Steele?
This is Senator Steele from Legislative District 9, and I vote aye on House Bill 2124.
Thank you. Senators Alston, Engel, Gabaldon, Mendez, Pace, and Steele are all ayes on 2124. Just waiting on Gonzalez. Is she signing back on again? She's trying to log back in. Stand by, everybody. Okay, we'll give her one more minute. If not, we're going to go ahead and move on since the bill's passing overwhelmingly. Anyway, it would not change the vote, but hopefully she'll come on. There we go, good. There she is. Senator Gonzalez, you're the last one. How do you vote? Need to unmute yourself, ma'am? Unmute. There we go.
Madam President, Sally Gonzalez, Senator Gonzalez, I vote aye.
Thank you, ma'am. Senator Gonzalez is an aye on 2124. System is now closed. Secretary will now record the vote by vote of 29 ayes, 1 nay, 0 not voting. You have passed House Bill 2124. Signed in open session, Secretary is instructed to record the vote and transmit the bill to the House. Third reading of bills.
House Bill 2830, an act amending Section 151402.01 Arizona Revised Statutes relating to community colleges.
Members, you've all heard the third reading of House Bill 2830. Those in favor of the measure vote aye. Those opposed to vote no. System is now open, and the Senate will now proceed to vote. Okay, Senator Alston, how do you vote on 2830?
Madam President, this is Leila Alston from Legislative District 24, and I vote aye on House Bill 2830. Thank you.
Thank you. Senator Engel, how do you vote?
Yes, Senator Engel, Legislative District 10, I vote aye on House Bill 2830.
Thank you. Senator Gabaldon?
Senator Gabaldon, I vote aye on HB 2830.
Thank you. Senator Gonzalez?
Madam President, this is Senator Gonzalez, and I vote aye on House Bill 2830.
Thank you. Senator Mendez, how do you vote?
Senator Mendez, District 26, I vote aye in favor of House Bill 2830.
Thank you. Senator Pace, how do you vote?
This is Senator Pace, Legislative District 25, and I vote yes on House Bill 2830.
Thank you. Senator Steele?
This is Senator Steele from Legislative District 9. I vote aye on HB 2830.
Thank you, ma'am. Senators Alston, Engel, Gabaldon, Gonzalez, Mendez, Pace, and Steele are all ayes on 2830. Have you all voted, members? System is now closed. Secretary will now record the vote. By a vote of 29 ayes, 1 nay, 0 not voting, you have passed House Bill 2830. Signed in open session, Secretary is instructed to record the action and transmit the bill to the House. So we're skipping those. Okay, members, we need to go into recess because we're still waiting for the final draft language on the two budget bills. I do not know if that's going to be 5 minutes or 15 minutes. So I will tell you what, I'll have Joe ring a 5-minute bell as soon as we know that we're ready to rock and roll so you don't sit in your seats too long. Okay? So recess till the sign of the bell. Okay. All right, coming back into session. Let's see if we can get some work done here. Business on the President's desk. Senator Gray, in accordance with the Senate Rule 28B, I move to suspend. I'm sorry, Senator Gray, you read that. Sorry.
Thank you. Please don't take my job, Madam President. So, Madam President, in accordance with Senate Rule 28B, I move to suspend Senate Rules 2J, 8A, and B, and notwithstanding Senate Rule 16 for the purpose of placing House Bills 2893, 2905, and 2906 on order of business. Third reading of bills.
Thank you. Having heard that motion, all in favor, please indicate by saying aye.
Aye.
Any opposed, nay. Appears the ayes have it, do have it so ordered. Now, Senator Gray again.
Thank you, Madam President. In accordance with Senate Rules 28B, I move to suspend Senate Rules 2J, 8A, and B, and notwithstanding Senate Rule 16 for the purpose of placing House Bill 2898 on order of business, Committee of the Whole.
Thank you, members. You've all heard that motion. All in favor indicate by saying aye.
Aye.
Any opposed, nay. Appears the ayes have it, do have it so ordered. Messages from the House. Without objection, messages from the House as listed on the calendar will not be read. The messages will be entered into the journal. Let's go to third reading of bills, please.
HB 2893, an act amending Title 11, Chapter 2 ARS, writing Article 15, amending Section 1209, 12115 ARS, amending Title 12, Chapter 1, Article 1 ARS, writing Section 1211701, amending Section 12284 1 ARS, repealing Section 12284 2 ARS, amending Title 12, Chapter 2, Article 7 ARS, writing Section 12270, amending Sections 1314, 14, 21202, and 21222 ARS, amending Title 26, Chapter 1, Article 1 ARS, writing Section 26105, amending Title 26, Chapter 1, Article 3 ARS, writing Section 26183, amending Section 227 ARS, amending Title 31, Chapter 2 ARS, by adding Article 7, repealing Title 31, Chapter 2, Article 7 ARS, amending Section 38
381117 ARS, as added by laws 2021, Chapter 322, Section 1, amending Section 381161 ARS, as added by laws 2021, Chapter 338, Section 1, amending Section 41-18401, 41-1733 ARS, amending Title 41, Chapter 12, Article 2 ARS, by adding Section 41-1734, amending Title 41, Chapter 12, Article 5 ARS, by adding Section 41-1772, amending Section 45-252 ARS, amending laws 2018, Chapter 278, Section 14, as amended by laws 2019, Chapter 268, Section 6, and laws 2020, Chapter 51, Section 4, amending laws 2018, Chapter 278, Section 17, appropriating monies relating to criminal justice budget reconciliation.
Thank you. Members, you have all heard the third reading of House Bill 2893. This is a budget bill. It is the criminal justice budget reconciliation bill. Those in favor of the measure will please vote aye. Those opposed will vote no. The system is now open, and the Senate will now proceed to vote. Okay, well, we're still missing some floor members anyway. Okay. Joe, can we get our members on the floor, please, so we can vote? Senator Alston, how do you vote on 2893? Senator Engel, how do you vote on 2893?
Kirsten Engel, Legislative District 10, I vote no on House Bill 2893.
Thank you. Senator Gabaldon, how do you vote?
Senator Gabaldon, I vote no on HB 2893.
Thank you. Senator Gonzalez, how do you vote? Senator Gonzalez, are you there yet? Senator Mendez, how do you vote?
Senator Mendez, District 26, I vote no on the House Bill 2893.
Thank you. Senator Pace, how do you vote?
Madam President, I would like to pass.
Senator Steele, how do you vote?
Madam President, Senator Steele from District 9, and I vote no on HB 2893.
Okay, thank you. Senators Engel, Gabaldon, Mendez, and Steele are all noes on 2893. Members, have you all voted? Senator Gonzalez, there you are. How do you vote on 2893? Senator Gonzalez, can you hear me? I just lost visual. There, that's back. Senator Gonzalez, can you hear me? Senator Gonzalez, can you hear me? Senator Alston, are you on yet? Senator Gonzalez, can you hear me? Where's Senator Alston? Is she not there yet? And maybe she's not available. Okay. Members, have you all voted? Okay, Senator Navarrete, you're on the board.
Thank you, Madam President. I rise to explain my vote.
Please do.
Thank you. Members, I stand in firm opposition to HB 2893, which is the criminal justice burb. There's several different bills that are in this budget burb that we did not even vote on here as the Senate body, nor in the House. Some of them are extremely problematic, which is why they're inside of the burb and why we didn't go through the actual public process of working on some of these bills. One of those bills was Senate Bill 1487, which allows any legislator to file a claim against any city, town, or county if they believe an action by the governing body violates state law. This is, as elected officials, we all have many opinions, and oftentimes we want to go after, we've seen folks in this body say they want to go after teachers if they feel like they're doing something bad. We've heard from legislators say they want to go after a city or town if they believe that they are going against their own values. And the reality is every city is also a chartered city, and we need to make sure that, we allow the regular process to take place instead of doing a witch hunt that can be costly in several litigation. Another concern that many folks in the community have had has really been around the body camera issue. There have been additional barriers that have been placed. So if there's a member for the public that wants to obtain video recordings from many of our peace officers, they now have to jump to additional hoops. And the purpose of body cameras is for us to know what happens in those particular situations. It's to hold police accountable, but also to exonerate them if they are found to be falsely accused. These restrictions are only further allowing the police to release footage that suits them in a particular case that does exonerate them, and while holding back or delaying the release of any video that may show some level of misconduct. These are issues that we have been bringing up as different members of the community throughout the entire state. Again, we are constantly pushing for video recordings of law enforcement and making sure that the public has access to those videos. Law enforcement is an extension of government, and we want to make sure that government is transparent. And not only are we holding ourselves accountable, but that we're also holding law enforcement accountable. Again, we are here to serve the people, and by putting additional barriers to receiving this information is very problematic. I also want to mention that we are constantly spending. I think we're at $1.3 billion in terms of how much we're spending in the Department of Corrections. This is, not the best use of our funds, and as elected officials, we are called to be good stewards of our taxpayer dollars. And I believe that we continue to invest so much money in the criminal justice system without actually rehabilitating them. So I hope that as this budget looks like it's slowly passing, that my colleagues on the other side will join me in voting no on this burb, and for us to take it back so that we can revisit this burb and actually make some substantial changes that are going to help the public and provide more transparency for government. And with that, Madam President, I vote no.
Thank you, sir. Members, have you all voted? Senator Pace, how do you vote?
Madam President, this is Senator Tyler Pace, Legislative District 25, and I vote yes on House Bill 2893.
Thank you, sir. Senator Pace is an aye. Senator Quesada, how do you vote? Senator Quesada, how do you vote? You're good? Okay, thank you. Senator Rios, how do you vote? Second call for Senator Rios, how do you vote? Senator Townsend, how do you vote? Third call for Senator Rios, how do you vote? Not here? Thank you very much. System is now closed. Secretary will now record the vote. By a vote of 16 ayes, 11 nays, 3 not voting, you have passed House Bill 2893. Signed in open session. Secretary is instructed to record the action, transmit the bill to the House. That's right. Okay, members, we are going to flip over to Cal real quick so that we can Cal the K through 12 bill, and then they can be engrossing while we go back to third reading of other bills. So, Mr. Gray, Senator Gray, Committee of the Whole number 2, please.
Thank you, Madam President. I move the Senate resolve itself in the Committee of the Whole for consideration of the bill on the calendar.
Thank you, members. You've all heard that motion. All in favor indicate by saying aye.
Aye.
Any opposed, nay? Appears the ayes have it, do have it so ordered. I will ask Senator Shope to please take the chair.
Committee of the Whole is called to order. Mr. Majority Leader.
Mr. Chairman, without objection, I move the bill on the calendar be read by number and title only.
Without objection, so ordered. The reader will read House Bill 2898.
HB 2898, an act amending sections 5568, 15119, 15181, 15185 ARS, amending section 15203 ARS, as amended by laws 2021, chapter 2, section 2, amending sections 1521301 and 1521303 ARS, repealing section 15240 ARS, amending section 15251 ARS, as amended by laws 2021, chapter 2, section 3, amending section 15341 ARS, amending section 15342 ARS, amending title 15, chapter 3, article 3 ARS, amending section 1534205, amending section 15350 ARS, as amended by laws 2021, chapter 2, section 4, amending sections 15393, 15301, 15481, 15491 ARS, amending section 15505 ARS, as added by laws 2021, chapter 2, section 5, amending section 15512 ARS, as amended by laws 2021, chapter 2, section 6, amending section 15514 ARS, as amended by laws 2021, chapter 2, section 7, amending section 1570101 ARS, amending title 15, chapter 7, article 1 ARS, by adding section 1571101, 1571702, amending title 15, chapter 7, article 1 ARS, by adding section 15718 ARS, amending section 15746 ARS, amending title 15, chapter 7, article 3 ARS, by adding section 15747, amending section 15774, 15816, 1581601, 15901 ARS, amending section 1590108 ARS, as added by laws 2021, chapter 299, section 4, amending sections 15907, 15911 ARS, amending title 15, chapter 9, article 2 ARS, by adding section 15924, amending sections 5943, 5945, 5964, 5973, 5995, 5996, 1021, 1043, 1107 ARS, amending title 15, chapter 10 ARS, by adding article 13, amending title 15, chapter 10.1, article 1 ARS, by adding section 151286, amending section 151304 ARS, and repealing section 15003 ARS, providing for transferring and renumbering, amending sections 3518501, 35212, 35313, 37221, 37521, 411276, 411750, 412632, 41302218, and 41302601 ARS, by title 41 chapter 56 article 1 ARS, as transferred and remembered by adding section 415701, 415701, amending sections 41570102, 415702, 415703, 415704, 415705, 415711, 415721, 415731, 415741, 415751, 415752, 415753, 415754, 415755, 415757, 415758, 415759, 415760, 415761, 415763, 415764, 415781, 415782, 415783, 415784, 415785, 415787, 415788, 415789, 415790, 415791, 415793, 415794, 415805, 415810, 415832, 415841, 415851, 415853, 415854, 415857, and 415858 ARS, as transferred to be numbered, amending sections 42503001 and 432902 ARS, amending laws 2020, chapter 26, section 1, appropriating monies relating to kindergarten through grade 12 budget reconciliation.
Mr. Majority Leader.
Thank you, Mr. Chairman. I move that when the Committee of the Whole rises a report, it recommends House Bill 2898 do pass.
Thank you. The reader will read the Boyer Floor Amendment.
Boyer Floor Amendment. I move the following amendment to House Bill 2898, reference to House and Gross Bill, signed Paul Boyer.
Thank you. Senator Boyer.
Mr. Chair, I move that the Boyer Floor Amendment to House Bill 2898 be adopted.
Thank you. Explanation?
Mr. Chair, members, it removes outlined additions to civics education standards and instructional requirements, exempts students who qualify for free and reduced price lunches and attend a school that has a D or F letter grade. To qualify for an ESA, reduces from 100 days to 45 days the amount to qualify for the program, modifies the program eligibility to include full-time student attending a primary or post-secondary school during the current fiscal year, specifies that kindergarten students who are enrolled in online instruction must receive 200 hours of logged instruction to be eligible for the program, allows ESA monies to fund additional services, including any amount of educational therapies from a provider not covered by a health insurance policy if the expense is partially paid by insurance for the qualified student, specifies a qualified student who continues using ESA monies for eligible expenses remains in good standing, will not have their ESA closed before they graduate from a post-secondary institution or after 4 years following high school graduation without post-secondary enrollment, requires an ineligible purchase to be credited back to the ESA within 30 days of payment receipt unless the Attorney General determines fraud has been committed, and prohibits the Department of Education from withholding ESA funding or contract renewal during a stay of an ESA suspension while an administrative decision is being appealed, and technical and conforming changes.
Thank you. Members, is there any discussion? Seeing none, those in favor of the Boyer Amendment will vote aye. Aye. Opposed, vote nay. Appears the ayes have it, do have it, so ordered. Mr. Majority Leader, the bill is amended.
Mr. Chairman, I move that when the Committee of the Whole rises a report, it recommends House Bill 2898 as amended do pass.
Thank you. Members, is there any discussion? Hearing none, those in favor will vote aye.
Aye.
Opposed, vote nay. Appears the ayes have it, do have it, so ordered. Mr. Majority Leader.
Mr. Chairman, I move the Committee of the Whole rise and report.
Thank you. Members, as you've heard the motion, is there any further discussion? Seeing none, those in favor vote aye. Opposed, vote nay. Appears the ayes have it, do have it, so ordered.
Okay, Senate will please come to order. The reader will please read the report.
Madam President, your Committee of the Whole, having had under consideration the legislation supplementing the following recommendation, HB 2898, do pass as amended. Respectfully, T.J. Shope, Chairman, Committee of the Whole.
Thank you. Senator Shope.
Thank you, Madam President. I move that the report of the Committee of the Whole be adopted and the bill be properly assigned.
Thank you, members. You've all heard that motion. All in favor, please indicate by saying aye. Any opposed, nay. Appears the ayes have it, do have it, so ordered. Let's flip to... While you're engrossing, yeah. All right, let's go back to third reading of bills while they are engrossing the K through 12 bill, okay? So third reading of bills again.
HB 2906, an act amending sections 9481, 11661, 151473 RS, amending Title 41, Chapter 9.
Thank you, members. You've all heard the third reading of House Bill 2905. Those in favor of the measure vote aye. Those opposed will vote no. The system is now open, and Senate will now proceed to vote. The reader needs to read it one more time for some reason, okay?
HB 2905, an act amending Section 16542 ARS relating to early voting.
Okay, very good. Now you've all heard the third reading again of House Bill 2905. Those in favor of the measure vote aye. Those opposed will vote no. The system is now open, and the Senate will now proceed to vote. Senator Alston, how do you vote on 2905? Senator Engel, how do you vote on 2905?
Kirsten Engel, Legislative District 10. I vote no on House Bill 2905.
Thank you. Senator Gabaldon, how do you vote on 2905?
Senator Gabaldon, I vote no on HB 2905.
Thank you. Senator Gonzalez, how do you vote on 2905?
I vote aye. on Senate Bill 2905.
Are you
I mean,
really?
did I say no?
Are you sure about that? Tell me
Did I
again
say
how you
no?
vote.
I'm a no.
You are a no. Thank you. Yeah, I try and watch out for you guys. You know that, right? Senator
Thank
Mendez,
you.
how do you vote on 2905? Senator Mendez, can you hear me?
Yeah, Senator Mendez votes no on House Bill 2905.
Thank you, sir. Senator Pace, how do you vote on 2905?
Madam President, I'd like to pass at this moment.
Senator Steele, how do you vote on 2905?
Senator Steele from District 9, and I vote no on House Bill 2905.
Thank you, ma'am. Senators Engel, Gabaldon, Gonzalez, Mendez, and Steele all vote no on 2905. Members, have you all voted? Members, have you all voted? Senator Borelli, how do you vote? Senator Livingston, how do you vote? Senator Townsend, how do you vote? Senator Rios, how do you vote? I know. Senator Pace, how do you vote? Yeah.
Madam President, this is Senator Tyler Pace, Legislative District 25, and I vote aye on House Bill 2905.
Thank you, sir. System is now closed. Secretary will now record the vote. By a vote of 16 ayes, 12 nays, and 2 not voting, you have passed House Bill 2905. Signed in open session, Secretary is instructed to record the action, transmit the bill to the House. Third reading of bills.
HB 2906, an act amending sections 941, 11661, 1514, 73 ARS, amending Title 41, Chapter 9 ARS, by adding Article 10 relating to state and local government practices.
Thank you, members. You've all heard the third reading of House Bill 2906. Those in favor of the measure vote aye. Those opposed vote no. The system is now open and the Senate will now proceed to vote. Senator Engel, how do you vote on 2906, please?
Madam President, I vote no on House Bill 2906.
Thank you, ma'am. Senator Gabaldon, how do you vote on 2906?
This is Senator Gabaldon. I vote no on HB 2906.
Thank you, ma'am. Senator Gonzalez, how do you vote on 2906?
This is Senator Gonzalez voting no on Senate Bill 2906.
Thank you, ma'am. Senator Mendez, how do you vote?
Senator Mendez, District 26, I vote no on House Bill 2906.
Thank you. Senator Pace, how do you vote?
Senator Pace, District 25, and I vote yes on House Bill 2906.
Thank you, sir. Senator Steele, how do you vote?
Senator Steele, District 9, and I vote no on HB 2906.
Thank you, ma'am. Senators Engel, Gabaldon, Gonzalez, Mendez, and Steele are all noes on 2906. Senator Pace is a yes on 2906. Members, have you all voted? Members, have you all voted, please? Senator Boyer, how do you vote? Senator Marsh, how do you vote? Thank you. Senator Quesada, you're on the board.
Madam President, rise to explain my vote.
Please do.
Thank you, Madam President. Members, again, we've voted on this a couple of times already. It was wisely vetoed by the governor, but I don't think it was for wise reasons that he vetoed it. And so now we're doing it again. But if there's ever an issue where we're going in the exact opposite direction, this is it. In fact, we should be going 180 degrees the opposite direction. We should be requiring this training, especially for every single member of this body. If anyone needs it, we do right here. And with that, I vote no.
Thank you, sir. System is now closed. Secretary will now record the vote. By a vote of 16 ayes, 12 nays, 2 not voting, you have passed House Bill 2906. Signed in open session, Secretary is instructed to record the action, transmit the bill to the House. Okay, everybody stand by for just a couple of minutes. We're just waiting for the K through 12 bill to be engrossed quickly. So everybody just stay where you're at and be patient. Thank you. Hallelujah. All right, members, we're going to go back while they're engrossing those. We're going to go ahead and go back to third reading of bills. These are bills that were required or requested to be put up. So let's go ahead and do those since we have a little time. And then as soon as the K-12 is done, then we will get that one done. Okay? Third reading of bills.
HB 2362, an act amending section 16579 ARS relating to polling place procedures.
Thank you, members. You have all heard of House Bill 2362. This is the Kavanaugh Elections Ballot Privacy Folders Bill. Those in favor of the bill will vote yes. Those opposed will vote no. The system is now open, and the Senate will now proceed to vote. Okay. 2362, Senator Engel, how do you vote on 2362?
Madam President, I vote no on House Bill 2362.
Thank you, ma'am. Senator Gabaldon, how do you vote on 2362?
Senator Gabaldon, I vote no on HB 2362.
Thank you. Senator Gonzalez, how do you vote? Senator Gonzalez, are you still there? I don't see her. I know she's in and out territory right now. Senator Mendez, how do you vote?
Senator Mendez, District 26, vote no on 2362.
Thank you, sir. Senator Pace, how do you vote? Senator Steele, how do you vote?
Senator Steele, District 9, votes no on HB 2362.
Thank you. So far, Senator Engel, Senator Gabaldon, Senator Mendez, and Senator Steele are all noes on 2362. Thank you. So there you go. Senator Pace, how do you vote on 2362?
Thank you, Madam President. Senator Pace, Legislative District 25, I vote yes on House Bill 2362.
Thank you, sir. Senator Marsh, how do you vote? Thank you. System is now closed. Secretary will now record the vote. By a vote of 18 ayes, 9 nays, 3 not voting, you have passed House Bill 2362. Signed in open session, Secretary is instructed to record the action, transmit the bill to the House, third reading of bills.
HB 2363, enacting Section 16407 ARS relating to conduct of elections.
Thank you, members. You've all heard the third reading of House Bill 2363. This is the Municipal Election Officer Certification Training Bill, Kavanaugh Bill. Those in favor of the measure will vote aye. Those opposed will vote no. The system is now open, and the Senate will now proceed to vote. Senator Engel, how do you vote on 2363?
Madam President, I pass for now.
Okay. Senator Gabaldon, how do you vote on 2363?
Madam President, I'm going to pass at this time.
Okay. Senator Gonzalez, are you back on? Not yet, it looks like. Senator Mendez, how do you vote?
Senator Mendez, District 26, I vote aye on 2363.
Thank you. Senator Mendez is an aye on 2363. Senator Pace, how do you vote?
Senator Tyler Pace, Legislative District 25, I vote yes on House Bill 2363.
Thank you. Senator Pace is a yes on 2363. Senator Steele, how do you vote?
Senator Steele, District 9, I vote yes on House Bill 2363.
Thank you. Senator Steele is a yes on 2363.
Madam President, this is Senator Gabaldon.
Senator Gabaldon, how do you vote on 2363?
Senator Gabaldon, I vote aye on HB 2363.
Was that an aye, ma'am? Yes? Senator Gabaldon, was that a yes? I think it was. Senator Gabaldon? I can't hear you. I know.
Thank you
I
for
believe-
unmuting me. This is Senator Gabaldon. I vote aye on HB 2363. That is a yes.
Thank you, ma'am. I'm sorry, I couldn't hear you clearly, and I want to make sure I got you right. Senator
Thank you, ma'am.
Gabaldon is an aye on 2363. Okay, looking for Senator Gonzalez. Senator Engel, can we go back to you? Senator Engel, how do you vote?
Yes, Madam President, I vote aye on House Bill 2363.
Thank you. Senator Engel is an aye on 2363. Senator Gonzalez, are you back on yet? Not quite yet, okay. Senator Marsh, how do you vote? Thank you. Just waiting for Senator Gonzalez. She's trying to log back in.
Can you hear me?
I can. Welcome back.
Thank you. Senator Gonzalez voting aye on House Bill, is it 2363?
Yes, ma'am, correct. Senator Gonzalez is a yes on 2363. System is now closed. Secretary will now record the vote. By a vote of 28 ayes, 0 nays, 2 not voting, you have passed House Bill 2363. Signed in open session, Secretary is instructed to record the action, transmit the bill to the House. Third reading of bills.
HB 2550, an act amending Title 38, Chapter 8, Article 1 ARS, writing Section 381117, related to peace officers.
Thank you, members. You have all heard the third reading of House Bill 2550. This is the Complaints Against Peace Officers Notification Bill, Kavanaugh Bill. Those in favor of the measure will vote aye. Those opposed will vote no. The system is now open, and the Senate will now proceed to vote.
You can take those other bills.
Okay, Senator Engel, how do you vote on 2550?
Madam President, may I explain my vote?
Please do.
Madam President, I am opposed to this bill. I'm very concerned about the message that it sends to our citizens. It seems that the impact will be to chill and discourage them from making perhaps warranted complaints against peace officers by the statement about their potential prosecution for false statements. I do not see the necessity of such a notification, and I'm very concerned about its impacts. Having the people ready and able to make complaints if they are warranted is something that is important to the transparency of our law enforcement process. And I do not see the need for this, and I'm very, very concerned about its impact. So with that, I am a no on House Bill 2550.
Thank you, ma'am. Senator Gabaldon, how do you vote?
This is Senator Gabaldon. I vote no on HB 2550.
Thank you. Senator Mendez, how do you vote?
Senator Mendez, District 26, I vote no on House Bill 2550.
Thank you. Senator Pace, how do you vote?
Senator Pate, and I vote on Bill 2550.
Thank you. Senator Steele, how do you vote?
Madam President, this is Senator Steele, District 9, and I vote no on HB 2550.
Thank you. I did hear him say yes. I heard, yeah, I was a clear hearer on that one. Senator Gabaldon, how do you vote? She already did? Okay.
Gonzalez?
So it's Gonzalez that we're missing, not Gabaldon. And we can hear a lot of background noise.
Yes. Can you hear me, though?
We can hear you, though,
This is
yes.
Senator Gonzalez voting no on House Bill 2550.
Thank you, ma'am. All right, Senators Engel, Gabaldon, Gonzalez, Mendez, and Steele are all no's on 2550. Senator Pace is a yes. Senator Quesada, you're on the board.
Thank you, Madam President. I rise to explain my vote.
Please do.
Yes, thank you, Madam President. This is one of the I think one of the more silly bills that we've seen this year. And I think, the funniest part about it is, does anybody really think that people need another warning before they go file a complaint against law enforcement? Especially communities of color, who are the more likely ones to be filing those complaints. Do you really think that we need a warning about what the dangers are about standing up to law enforcement? We know exactly what it means to challenge a law enforcement officer. We know exactly what it means to question their authority. We know exactly what it means to stand up for our rights and to claim that they've wronged us. We know exactly how much the odds are stacked against us even when we do. And we know exactly that even if we are 100% correct, if we are 100% right that our rights have been violated, that accountability is probably still not going to happen. And that the majority of those police complaints are simply ignored. So we know exactly what those dangers are. The bad actors do not get held accountable in our system as it is right now. And the last thing we need is another warning that discourages more people to take that step to stand up for their rights and to file a complaint about someone that's done them wrong. This protects bad actors. It does nothing more than that but protect the bad actors in these agencies. We don't need this warning. It is nothing more than a bullying tactic, and it is a message that our safety is a distant second to protecting police misconduct. I think that all this does is it sends a message that the state of Arizona will do more to protect individuals like Derek Chauvin than they will to protect his victim. And so with that, I vote no.
Thank you, Senator Quesada. Thank you. Okay, that works. Okay. The system is now closed. Secretary will now record the vote. By a vote of 16 ayes, 12 nays, 2 not voting, you have passed House Bill 2550, signed in open session. Secretary is instructed to record the action and transmit the bill to the House. Final reading of bills.
SCR 1003, concurrent resolution proposing an amendment to the Constitution of Arizona, amending Article V, Section 4, Constitution of Arizona, relating to the powers and duties of the governor.
Thank you, members. You have all heard the final reading of SCR 1003. This is the Executive Orders Emergency Reauthorization Termination Peterson Bill. Those in favor of the measure will vote aye. Those opposed will vote no. The system is now open, and the Senate will now proceed to vote. Okay, still no Alston? Okay. Senator Engel, how do you vote on SCR 1003?
Kirsten Engel, I vote no on SCR 1003.
Thank you. Senator Gabaldon, how do you vote?
This is Senator Gabaldon. I vote no on SCR 1003.
Thank you. Senator Gonzalez, how do you vote?
Senator Gonzalez voting no on SCR, is it 1003?
Yes, SCR 1003, correct. Thank you. Senator Mendez, how do you vote?
Senator Mendez, District 26, I vote no on SCR 1003.
Thank you. Senator Pace, how do you vote?
This is Senator Pace, Legislative District 25, and I vote no on SCR 1003.
Okay. Senator Steele, how do you vote?
This is Senator Steele, and I vote no on SCR 1003.
Thank you. Senators Engel, Gabaldon, Gonzalez, Mendez, Pace, and Steele are all noes on SCR 1003. Senator Peterson, you were on the board first.
Madam President, I rise to explain my vote.
Please do.
Madam President, there was a study done by the Maine Institute, and they looked at all 50 states during the while people were closed for COVID, and they looked at emergency powers and those kinds of things. There's a balance of power that exists when you're dealing with these issues between the executive branch and the legislative branch. And under that study, what I found to be surprising was Arizona was actually the second gave the second most power to the governor across the entire country. So we're out of balance. We have other states, Michigan, New York, I can name off all 48 states where there's more of a balance between us and the executive. And I know this bill in particular should not be a partisan issue. All it really does is says when there's an emergency order, if we're not in session, that the governor will call us in. That's really it. It gives us an opportunity to come in. It doesn't end the order. It doesn't change the order. All it does is when we're out of session, legislature comes into session. So anyways, I hope, we're going to have different governors. And by the time this goes into effect, we're going to have a different governor if it can be voted on. So I hope some of my colleagues from the other aisle would see this as a nonpartisan issue, because it's really just the legislature. Do we want to have a say when there's an emergency order? So I think we should. I know we are the closest to the people. During the emergencies, I had my phone ringing off the hook. There were things that my constituents that they wanted heard that they did not feel were being heard. And I know as a legislature, with us, 90 of us rather than one of us, that we're able to reach more people and we're able to communicate and talk to more people. So I hope we can serve the people and pass this out. Thank you, Madam President.
Thank you,
That
sir.
vote aye.
Senator Ugenti Rita, you're on the board.
Thank you, Madam President. I rise to explain my vote.
Please do.
Yeah, thank you so much. So I am voting no, and I completely agree with the sponsor's intent and restoring a balance of power. I think that's absolutely necessary. And that's why we did some statutory changes that were included in the budget. And he's completely right in the sense that Arizona, sadly, had a situation where there was misuse and abuse of the emergency declaration. So I'm glad we're taking care of it. I prefer to take care of it statutorily. My concern and my issue with this has been that it's in the Constitution. We are enshrining now the ability of the governor to call a special session. That's not in the Constitution. If there are provisions that we like, I'd love to amend them into the statute. Also, this applies to all emergency orders versus just health emergency orders, so that's kind of broad. And then it does have some new provisions that I do think need to be kind of vetted out a little bit. For example, legislative executive orders. I want to add as much of this in statute as possible. Like I said, I completely concur with the sponsor's intent and with his motivation to bring back a balance of power. That's exactly mine. But I want to give the legislature the flexibility to modify this in the future and not tie our hands. That's been a big part of why I have a lot of problems when we put things to the ballot, is it limits our ability to do anything in the future. If we address it or modify it statutorily, we have the ability to do that. And for those reasons, I vote no.
Thank you. Senator Townsend, you're on the board.
Thank you, Madam President. I request to explain my vote.
Please do.
Thank you. One of the interesting things about being involved in government is learning along the way of what you can and you can't do. The public has learned quite a bit also in this last year about civics, and I think sometimes we need to come back and relearn some things. For example, Article 4, Section 4 of the U.S. Constitution, that's not hard to memorize. Article 4, Section 4, guarantees a Republican form of government, meaning senators and representatives voting on behalf of their constituents. And what we saw last year, as we learned to go through a pandemic, having not ever done that before, is what happens when the legislature cannot bring themselves back into session under the Arizona Constitution, which is Article 4, Part 2, Section 1, where we need 2/3. We couldn't do that politically, so we had to rely on the governor, which is Article 4, Part 2, Section 3, to bring us back into special session so that we could be at the table and be the voice for our constituents throughout this unusual time. And instead what we saw was executive order after executive order after executive order, some of which had the power to put people into jail if they didn't comply, or to lose their liquor license or other. That's writing law via executive order. That is not the purpose of the executive. Law is to be written in the legislative branch. But because we couldn't bring ourselves back in, we saw a different system of government where edicts were issued, it had the effect of law by executive order, and we couldn't bring ourselves back into session. Now, if we needed to change, this is important, if we need to change that so that we come back into special session, coming into special session is regulated not by the statutes, but by the Arizona Constitution. It is also easy to remember. You start out with the same article, Article 4, cut it in two, Part 2, Section 1. Easy to remember. That says and regulates how we come back into special session. So if we go and put it into statute, that's fine and well, but it can be easily, we could be sued. And if I were the judge, I would agree that you cannot bring yourself into special session through statute, because the Arizona Constitution regulates that. So if you're going to adjust the way we come into special session, you need to do it through the Arizona Constitution, and you do that by sending it to the ballot. So to stand here and claim that you know that it's better off to be in the statutes that you can adjust and change it, you're deceiving the public, or you just don't understand how it works. Neither is acceptable. So I support this because I think every single one of us wants to be the voice for our constituent in a situation like we saw. I have heard from many across the other aisle lament how they stuck by the governor last year and helped him out during this when we wanted to come in, only to feel abandoned during this time. So I would call on my Democrat colleagues to think this through and to remember how you were treated last year and how you stood by and supported, only to be abandoned, in your words. Don't you want to be the voice of your constituents in the middle of an emergency? In the future, if we had a governor who was far worse with their executive powers, are you going to abandon your constituents today by voting no, by saying you're okay with an entire half a year plus not being able to come in based on the political climate of this legislature? Your no vote is agreeing that you are okay with a violation of Article 4, Section 4 of the U.S. Constitution, which you stood here and held your hand up and gave an oath to support and protect, which you are not doing today. With that, I vote aye.
Thank you. System is now closed by a vote of 13 ayes, 15 nays, 2 not voting. You have failed to pass SCR 1003. All right, we're going back into Cal real quick. Senator Gray.
Thank you, Madam President. I move the Senate resolve itself in the committee of the whole for consideration of bills on the calendar.
Thank you. Members, you've all heard that motion. All in favor, please indicate by saying aye. Aye. Any opposed, nay. Appears the ayes have it, do have it so ordered. I will ask Senator Leach to please take the chair.
Committee whole is called to order. Mr. Majority Leader.
Mr. Chairman, without objection, I move the bill on the calendar be read by number and title only.
Without objection, so ordered. Please read the first and only bill on the calendar.
HB 2552, an act amending section 131604 ARS related to aggravated criminal damage. The Committee on Rules and Applying bills are proper for consideration. HB 2552, signed Karen Fan, Chairman. Madam President, your Committee on Judiciary, having had under consideration HB 2552 relating to criminal damage, monuments, memorial statues, submits following report. Your Committee recommends bill do pass on Warren Peterson, Chairman.
Senator Peterson to move the bill.
Chair, move that when the Committee of the Whole Horizon Reporter recommends that HB 2552 do pass.
Members, any discussion? Seeing none, the question before you in the Committee of the Whole rises report that House Bill 2552 be returned with the do pass recommendation. All those in favor signify by saying aye. Opposed, nay. Appears the ayes have it, do have it, so ordered. Mr. Majority Leader.
Mr. Chairman, I move the Committee of the Whole rise and report.
Members, you have heard that motion. All those in favor signify by saying aye. Opposed, nay. Appears the ayes have it, do have it, so ordered.
Okay, since back in, we'll come to order. The reader will please read the report.
Madam President, your committee of the whole, having had under consideration the legislation supplementing the following recommendation, HB 2552 do pass. Respectfully, Vince Leach, Chairman, Committee of the Whole.
Thank you. Senator Leach.
Thank you, Madam President. I move that the committee whole, the report of the committee whole be adopted and the bill be properly signed.
Thank you, members. You've all heard that motion. All in favor indicate by saying aye. Any opposed, nay. Appears the ayes have it, do have it, so ordered. We are now going to revert to third reading of bills.
HB 2552, an act amending Section 13-1604 ARS related to aggravated criminal damage.
Thank you, members. You've all heard the third reading of House Bill 2552. Those in favor of the measure vote aye. Those opposed will vote no. The system is now open, and the Senate will now proceed to vote. Members, 2552 is a criminal damage monuments memorial statues Kavanaugh bill, just for the record, so you know what we're doing. Okay. Senator Ingle, how do you vote on 2552?
Madam President, may I explain my vote?
Please do.
Yes, I am opposed to this bill. Again, I think this is overreaching and unwarranted. The impact would be to make any kind of damage to a public or even a private monument would always be a felony. So the members know that Arizona law has a plethora of felony violations. That's one of the reasons that we have the 5th highest incarceration rate in the nation. And I have not heard the justification for making any damage to a public or a private monument or memorial. I'm not even sure, there would be a vast set, a category of private memorials. Any kind of reckless, even reckless damage would carry with it potentially a felony. So with that, I am a strong no on the overreach of this bill.
Thank you. Senator Gabaldon, how do you vote?
Senator Gabaldon, I vote no on HB 2552.
Thank you. Senator Gonzalez, how do you vote? Is she there or not? Not yet. Okay. We will pass Senator Gonzalez for a minute. Senator Mendez, how do you vote?
Senator Mendez, District 26, I vote no on House Bill 2552.
Thank you. Senator Pace, how do you vote?
Madam Chair, I'd like to pass.
Senator Steele, how do you vote?
Senator Steele, District 9, and I vote no on HB 2552.
Thank you. Senators Ingle, Gabaldon, Mendez, and Steele all vote no on 2552. Members, have you all voted? Members, have you all voted? Senator Quesada, how do you vote, sir? Second call, Senator Quesada, you got it. Thank you, I appreciate that. Senator Ugenti, how do you vote? Okay, thank you for telling me that. Senator Ugenti, second call, how do you vote? Thank you. Senator Pace, you're the last one, waiting on you.
Thank you, Madam President. This is Senator Pace, Legislative District 25, and I vote no on House Bill 2552.
Thank you. Senator Pace votes no on 2552. System is now closed. Secretary will now record the vote. By a vote of 15 ayes, 12 nays, 3 not voting, you have failed to pass House Bill 2552. Okay, members, we are trying to get Senator Rios to be able to zoom in, but we can go ahead and get started on this just to keep everybody moving. And third reading of bills, please.
HB 2898, an act amending sections 5568, 15119, 5181, 5185 ARS, amending section 15203 ARS, as amended by laws 2021, chapter 2, section 2, amending sections 1521301 and 5231303 ARS, amending repealing section 15240 ARS, amending section 15251 ARS, as amended by laws 2021, chapter 2, section 3, amending section 15341 ARS, amending section 15342 ARS, amending title 15, chapter 3, article 3 ARS, adding section 1534205, amending section 15350 ARS, as amended by laws 2021, chapter 2, section 4, amending sections 15393, 53931, 5481, 5491 ARS, amending section 15505 ARS, as added by laws 2021, chapter 2, section 5, amending section 15512 ARS, as amended by laws 2021, chapter 2, section 6, amending section 15514 ARS, as amended by laws 2021, chapter 2, section 7, amending title 15, chapter 7, article 1 ARS, adding sections 71101 and 71702 ARS, amending section 15746 ARS, amending title 15, chapter 7, article 3 ARS, adding section 15747, amending sections 15774, 15816, 1581601, 15901 ARS, amending section 15908 ARS, as added by laws 2021, chapter 299, section 4, amending sections 15907, 15911 ARS, amending title 15, chapter 9, article 2 ARS, adding section 5924, amending sections 5943, 5945, 5964, 5975, 5996, 151021, 1543, and 151107 ARS, amending title 15, chapter 10 ARS on revised statutes, by adding article 13, amending title 15, chapter 10.1, article 1 ARS, adding section 15186, amending section 1513004 ARS, repealing section 15003 ARS, providing for transfer numbering, amending section 15241, 15242, 15403, 3518501, 35212, 35313, 37221, 37521, 41109202, 411276, 411750, 412632, 41302218, 41302601, ARS, amending title 41, chapter 56, article 1, ARS and revised statutes, as transferred to be numbered, writing sections 415701 and 415701, amending sections 415702, 415702, 415703, 415704, 415705, 415711, 415721, 415753, 415741, 415751, 415752, 415753, 3754, 755, 415757, 415758, 415759, 415760, 415761, 415763, 415764, 415781, 415782, 415783, 415784, 415785, 415787, 415788, 415789, 415790, 415791, 415793, 415794, 51, 5801, 41, 5810, 41, 5832, 41, 5841, 41, 5851, 41, 5853, 41, 5854, 41, 5857, 41, 5858 ARS, as transferred to amending sections 42, 5031, and 43, 108901 ARS, amending law 2020, chapter 26, section 1, appropriating monies for the kindergarten through grade 12 budget reconciliation.
Wow, I'm glad we started it early. Good job. Members, you have all heard the third reading of House Bill 2898. Those in favor of the measure vote aye. Those opposed will vote no. The system is now open, and the Senate will now proceed to vote. Senator Rios, I'm going to call on you first while I've got you. How do you vote on 2898? Okay. Yeah, I want to get... Senator Steele, how do you vote on 2898?
Hold on, let me get back there.
Okay.
I vote no on HB 2898.
Thank you. Senator Pace, how do you vote on 2898?
This is Senator Pace, Legislative District 25, and I vote yes on House Bill 2898.
Thank you. Senator Mendez, how do you vote?
Mayor Mendez, District 26, I vote no on 2898.
Thank you. Senator Gonzalez, are you there or not? I do not see her. Senator Gabaldon, how do you vote?
This is Senator Gabaldon. I vote no on HB 2898.
Thank you. Do we have Senator Rios yet? I don't see her. Senator Engel, how do you vote?
Madam President, may I explain my vote?
Please do.
Yes, members, this bill, passage of this bill is such a complete missed opportunity for our kids and our students and for our entire communities, for our state. This year of all years, we had an opportunity to make great strides in fixing our public school systems by investing money that we have in this almost $2 billion surplus this year in our schools. And yet, instead of doing that, we have in this bill resuscitated bills that died in the House, that died good deaths because they were bad policy. and really do nothing to really push the ball forward on providing our students with a decent quality education in this state. And let's not forget how important that is to our economy. This is what brings, if we want people to come here, create jobs, and settle here, they're going to need good schools for their kids. They're not going to be able to afford private schools. Most of our kids go to public schools. We have an obligation under our Constitution to make sure that those are good schools. And so just to raise some of the missed opportunities, with these one-time funds, we could have made a big investment in upgrading our school facilities. We shortchanged our schools about $2.5 to $3 billion over the past decade. This would have been an opportunity to upgrade those schools, and think of the jobs that we could have created in doing that. We know that the School Facilities Board, which is supposed to inspect our schools every 5 years, has actually given up on even doing that because they're not funded enough, and they know that there's no funding coming from the state to really upgrade our schools. There's also some really sad and disturbing inequities in this bill. One of them is that charter schools are given an increase in inflation for charter additional assistance, and yet our district schools are not given that inflationary increase for district additional assistance. This is only $9 million, and it makes absolutely no sense that we're giving it to our charter schools and not to our district schools. And it also violates our constitutional obligation to have a general and uniform public school system. District and private schools are both public schools. We also have this new amendment with respect to ESAs, and that creates all kinds of problems now for our schools. All of a sudden, students that are attending a D or F school, these are students that qualify for an ESA already, but now we're changing the eligibility requirements for those schools so that they need only attend a public school for 45 days rather than 100 days. This will end up taking money out of their public school, the D or F school that needs our help in order to become an A school, and shifts those resources to the private school that the student is switching into. So we're actually further handicapping our public schools through this expansion of eligibility. And we certainly are undermining the whole idea that the students have tried our public school system and are then leaving the school system with our blessing. So for that and many other reasons, many other problems in this bill, I am a no on House Bill 2898. And I hope other members of this body also speak out on the numerous problems with this budget bill.
Thank you. Senator Rios, do I see you?
Yes, Madam President, this is Senator Rebecca Rios from District 27, and I vote no on House Bill 2898.
Thank you. Senator Rios is a no. Senator Engel is a no on 2898. Takes care of Engel. Okay. Steele, Mesnard, Marsh, Okay, good. Took care of all the Zoom people. Now we can go to the board with everybody else that wants to talk. Starting first with Senator Marsh, you were on the board first. I'm hoping you guys can make your points succinctly. They're waiting on us over there to transmit the bill back.
Thank you, Madam President. I rise to explain my vote.
Please do.
So as a new member here, I can't tell you how many days I am down here in the Senate and think that I'm actually in an episode of The Twilight Zone. I mean, I am convinced that President Fan might have Rod Serling hanging out back in there. We got this amendment at 11:47. It was through Cal by 12:05, and it is now 1:08.
it's 15 pages long, and yet we need to internalize it and vote on it, and it is Twilight Zone ridiculous. It's concerning to see how many pieces of legislation are in this burb. Bills were related to open enrollment and charter school transportation grants that were dead in the House, and they were dead for a reason, because they are bad policy. We've got so many zombies in this bill that it's kind of frightening. Bottom line, though, and I will make this quick, bottom line, we are robbing Peter to pay Paul. Or maybe we are unclothing Peter to clothe Paul. We are not investing enough in our public schools in order to fund a two-tiered system. If we were funding everything appropriately enough, then a lot of these provisions would be actually fine. I am not opposed to school choice, not opposed to many of the provisions. However, we are not funding schools enough, period. And yet we are basically funding an entirely other system in addition to the public schools that we are not funding enough. The senator from Legislative District 10 went through a lot of the provisions already, so I'm not going to belabor those. This is bad policy, and I am hoping that some other members from across the aisle might recognize that this is really bad policy, littered with it, and with that I vote no.
Thank you. Senator Pesh-Lakai, you're on the board now, please. Wait a minute.
Yeah, thank you,
There we
Madam
go.
President. I rise to explain my vote.
Please do.
I want to thank my colleagues, senators from District 10 and 28 for their comments. I just want to let folks know that this past couple of months, I had the honor of meeting a teacher from the public school in District 7 that I've gotten to know her and her family. She is one of our tribal elders. She is a public school teacher, and she lives in a home with no running water and no electricity. We installed a small solar substation with a panel about less than the size of my desk to charge her smartphone and charge her laptop. During the year of the pandemic, she worked from her home about up until January. She had to drive into Flagstaff to, I also forgot to mention that her neighbors are her grandchildren that are public school students. They have no running water and no electricity. They were issued tablets and laptops from the public school, but without broadband and the infrastructure. One of their parents had to leave their work and take on the education of her children. And what that education involved was rounding up the kids and going into Flagstaff to rent a hotel room for 2 or 3 nights a week so that the kids could get Wi-Fi and do their homework. And this is just one family. And 40% of the tribe homes on the tribal nations have no running water, no electricity. If you don't have that, you don't have the niceties of internet or knowing the computer. And by going back to defunding, this is what we're doing, is defunding public education. And we've been told as Indigenous people year after year, and even some of us, our elders and our ancestors, dragged from their homes, stolen, killed, and still the policies of education continue to get worse by favoring those that are not in the most need of help. And there are many people being left forgotten. There are no private schools on the tribal reservation. There's a private school in New Mexico that now takes tax money from Arizona taxpayers to fund that private school, which is, I don't know, lobbied under the administration of former Senator Steve Smith. So I find this bill, everything in this burb wrong. It's upside down. We're not doing the right thing for the people. And we're leaving out populations that are in the most need of the opportunity that education would afford. And I must say the pressure on my seatmates in the House has been really unethical and intense from the lobbying of this ESA amendment being put on by the sponsor of that amendment and those that are behind that amendment. It's a great miscarriage of justice, and I just want to say that this is not how policy should be done in Arizona. And the toe that got in the door with this ESA years ago has now flung it wide open with this House Bill 2898. And I just want to tell my constituents and constituents in rural and tribal Arizona that all hope is not lost. You can still change the trajectory of what this legislature does. And I find this to be a nail in the coffin for public education, and this is the road that our leadership has taken us down the road, and the Democrats have fought all the way. And the surplus that we talk about from the 9th floor, that surplus is there because many good service programs and policies were basically shredded and thrown in the trash and burned. And the people of Arizona need to wake up to what is going on here. And with that, I'm going to tell my district, I oppose this bill, I oppose ESAs, and that is the right thing to have done all the way. So with that, I vote no.
Thank you. Senator Boyer.
Thank you, Madam President. Permission to explain my vote.
Please do.
Thank you, Madam President. Members, I've heard a lot of rhetoric about this bill. I'd like to provide some context. The federal government, since post-COVID, has given the state of Arizona $5 billion. That's $5 billion with a B since COVID for K-12 education. That's on top of what we funded last year. If you look at the JLBC website right now, if you look at all funding, just state funding only, just including state funding, is $6.7 billion, the estimate from FY21. That's in addition to what we're doing this year, $55 million in new ongoing formulaic funding, most of that for Group B weights for special education, $5 million for CTEDs for 9th graders, $17 million in state funds combined with $12 million in federal funds for targeted K-12 investments, maintaining prior promises that we promised. This is $68 million in district and charter additional assistance. There is district additional assistance in here at $68 million. Also, we've included $350 million for non-Title I school districts and charter schools to achieve funding parity. That's federal funds that we've included. $193 million for new school construction and building renewal, and also $69 million for construction of 7 new schools. Members, there is a lot of new funding that's going to K-12 education. So my question to you is, when will it ever be enough to allow poor and minority students to leave the schools that are failing them? Because from my perspective, I don't know that we're ever going to see the other side say, okay, today's the day. Today's the day we've done enough for district schools, and now we're going to allow students to leave the school that's failing them. And for the record, I have to say it again because it keeps coming up. This is not just for private schools. This is for micro schools. This is for homeschooling materials, experienced online schools, for tutors and teachers to provide one-on-one instruction. And members, 50,000 students are missing in the state of Arizona. We just don't know where they are. They're not enrolled in school. Of all time, this is the year that these kids need this opportunity to find a school that works for them. This is the year of any years. And members, low-income children in particular are hit hard. Here's why. The digital divide, working parent issues, and single-parent homes. This is a life preserver for those kids, and many of you are saying, no, it's not enough, it'll never be enough. You're gonna be stuck in the school that is failing you. And the last thing I'll say is our constituents want this. The reason I know that, I'm looking at a poll that says this particular program, as it was originally drafted in 1452, and when you drill down to the particular mechanics of 1452, 70% support. That's overwhelming, members. 70% support this program. 73% of Hispanic families support this program in its entirety. And so I'm bemused. I have no idea why we're all not jumping to support poor minority students and helping them get out of the schools that are failing them. With that, I vote aye.
Thank you, sir. Okay, Senator Quesada, you're up next. Senator Marsh, you do need to record your vote. Senator Boyer, you need to record your vote. Senator Quesada, you're on the board.
Yes. Oh, yes. Thank you, Madam President. I rise to explain my vote.
Please do.
Thank you, Madam President. Just in response to a lot of the comments that we've just heard, I mean, we can try to take credit for all this money that we've given, even though the overwhelming majority of that is formula-driven. And so if you want credit for formula-driven money, all right, more power to you. That's fantastic. This lie about when is it enough? You know, don't give me that. And it is despicable to hear an educator get up and say that. It is really despicable. And to try to say that this is trying to help poor and minority students and Hispanic students that you polled, don't tell me what Hispanic families need. All right, let me tell you what Hispanic families need. I am sick of the majority coming in and telling us what people of color need and ignoring what people of color are actually telling you. Because you can lie all you want about what your programs claim to actually do and then try to spin that into a poll to justify what is essentially furthering segregation. That's all this does, is it continues to further segregation. This ESA expansion, which is what is in this bill, which was just amended into this bill, it furthers de facto, if not de jure, segregation in our schools. That's exactly what it does. And we've heard testimony, we've heard debate, we've seen studies, we've seen reports of all kinds that say that these programs benefit some kids at the expense of other kids, that these programs do more to segregate than they do to integrate. The reports are there if you want to read them, instead of reading your poll that you did among a select population of people. Life in the United States is deeply, deeply shaped by racial segregation, and this bill perpetuates that. We are already segregated in all aspects of life right now, in our workplaces, in our neighborhoods, in our shopping centers, in our places of worship, in our entertainment, in our social gatherings, and now we're exacerbating that reality in our schools. And we should be ashamed of ourselves for doing this. And then to claim that we're doing it for those very kids that we are doing it to is despicable. And I am sick of that, because this perpetuates a lie that schools that have large numbers of students of color, in those public schools, that those schools are bad schools. That is a lie. Those schools need help, and they need our help. They need the help of this government to invest in them and to stop cutting them. That's what they need. They don't need a parachute or an escape to take them out of that school that is in their neighborhood. They need us to invest in their neighborhoods. That's what they need. One of the rationales that I've heard for this bill over and over again is that it's cruel to tell a child that you are stuck in your family's school. I believe it is crueler to tell a child that you will never be successful unless you leave your family's school and go to a school in some other neighborhood. I believe that it is crueler to tell a child the state of Arizona only cares about taking kids out of the schools in my neighborhood rather than fixing and investing in the schools in my neighborhood. What makes it worse is that we are selling a lie. We are telling, there are dozens of studies, dozens of them, that prove that vouchers have no statistically significant effect on student achievement, and voucher students have fared worse academically compared to their closely matched peers that attend public schools. When you actually study it and compare them apple to apple, they don't fare better. That is a lie. And we are perpetuating that lie here. This does a disservice to our kids, and don't you dare justify it by saying you're trying to help the people of my community. I vote no.
Thank you, sir. Senator Contreras, how do you vote? Thank you. System is now closed. Secretary will now record the vote by a vote of 16 ayes, 12 nays, 2 not voting. You have passed House Bill 2898. Signed in open session, Secretary is instructed to record the action, transmit the bill to the House. Okay, now, Senator Contreras, did you have something you wanted to say?
Yes, Madam President. I have I have a few words I'd like to say really quick, if you'd allow me.
Please do.
So I have a little thing I've had a couple members walk up to me right now and give me a little thumbs up and say, oh, look, you have a tie on and stuff like that, because I was earlier in my boots and my Wranglers. But I'm honored to have a nice tie that was given to me and a badge that says Honorary Senate Page, Lupe Contreras, on it. And we just got done with the bill that talks about education and stuff like that, and I didn't want to drown our awesome pages in what was going on then. I didn't want to explain my vote and then talk about them. So I chose to do it after the fact. So with that, I just want to thank all the pages that we've had, and you know I've been one to get up every year and thank all our pages, and thank Jenna for the awesome job that our pages do for each and every one of us as they run around for us and do their things as they're going to school. And as you see Senator Borelli shaking his head no over there, you know who not to help from now on. Because I don't think any one of us can give him enough help. But anyways, that being said, I want to thank you, pages, for giving me this nice pin here with my name on it and making me an honorary page. And I was very honored to actually dress as you all today. And you know what? To me, I would rather dress like any one of you than any one of these people any day of the week. Because if they're going to put me on any team, I'd rather be on your team. So thank you very much, and I'll wear this with honor, and I'll put it away, and I'll have it forever. Love you guys, and I'll always remember you guys. Thank you very much.
Amen. Okay, and I've got a little announcement to say, and then I'll tell you what we're going to do. So, you know, for those of you, we all watched the Best of the Capitol awards last night. Our own TJ Shope was able to get 3 of them. There was a number of Senator Bowie, I believe, got one. I can't remember who was the best debater. It reminded me because Senator Quesada is always a great debater. And hey, welcome back, Senator Rios. I just noticed she's here, there, everywhere. I have had a number of requests of people who did not win, and they've been sending me tasks asking me if I could do a forensic audit on the vote. No, we're not going to do a forensic audit on the vote, but my biggest congratulations to all of you who did win. Well-deserved, both sides of the aisle, whoever you may be. So with that, I'm so glad we're going to lighten this mode a little bit, right? Senator Borelli is on the board. Do you really have to? No, just kidding. Go ahead. Senator Borelli, you're on the board.
Yes, thank you, Madam President. Rise to make a comment. It's
Okay,
a
make it
public
nice.
service announcement, if I may.
Okay.
If the page felt intimidated by giving up the tie, please stop by the HR department. And thank you.
Thank you, sir. All right, folks, here's what we're going to do. We are in recess now. I'm officially declaring that, so before anybody else gets up. So what we're going to do right now is we have that conference committee on that marijuana bill that these guys need to get to, so they're going to go do that. There are a few bills that are our bills over in the House that need to come back over here. We still have a few bills that need to be done here in the Senate. And if we can all keep our fingers crossed and say a prayer, we might be able to actually get out today and enjoy a nice 4th of July weekend, we hope. So we have lunch delivered. It should be, if it's not there yet, it should be there any minute out in the lounge. So we will recess, and I will have Joe ring a 5-minute bell as soon as we can get the show back on the road, okay? So see you shortly. Okay, Senate will please come to order. Senator Borelli.
Yes, thank you, Madam President. With your permission, Republican Caucus, upon recess of the floor, we'll meet in caucus room number 1.
Thank you. Senator Rios.
Thank you, Madam President. With your permission, Democratic Caucus upon recess of floor in caucus room 2.
Thank you very much. Let's go to caucus and do this quickly and come straight back to the floor, okay? No dallying, no go back to your office. Just go there, do this, and come right back, and let's get this show on the road, okay? I want to get you guys out of here. Okay, guys, come on. Let's rock and roll. Let's get this thing done. The ice cream is here. Okay, without objection, communications from the governor is listed on the calendar will not be read, will be entered into the journal, and the secretary will record the action. Without objection, messages from the House as listed on the calendar will not be read. The messages will be entered into the journal, and Senate Bill 1110 is transmitted to the governor. Without objection, messages from the House as listed on the calendar will not be read. Messages will be entered into the journal. Will conference committee reports? Will the reader please read the conference committee report?
President, Mr. Speaker, your Free Conference Committee on HB 2605 medical marijuana testing respectfully recommends, reference to Senate engrossed House bill, that the House accept the Senate amendments with exceptions and the bill be further amended. Senate conferees Nancy Bardo, David Gowan, Tony Navarrete. House conferees Randall Freese, Leo Biasucci, Russell Rusty Bowers.
Thank you. Mr. Gray.
Thank you, Madam President. I move on behalf of the chairman that the Senate adopt the conference committee report on House Bill 2605.
Thank you. Members, you've all heard that motion. All in favor, please indicate by saying aye. Aye. Any opposed, nay. Appears the ayes have it, do have it, so ordered. Third reading of bills, House Bill 2241.
House Bill 2241, an act amending Title 15, Chapter 7, Article 1, Arizona Revised Statutes by adding Section 1571.02 relating to school instruction.
Thank you, members. You've all heard the third reading of House Bill 2241. Those in favor of the measure vote aye. Those opposed will vote no. The system is now open. Senate will now proceed to vote. Senator Boyer, you're on the board first.
Thank you, Madam President. Permission to explain my vote.
Please do.
Thank you, Madam President. Members, this bill before us puts into state statute what the state board has already adopted as far as social studies standards go. Schools are already required to teach Holocaust education once in junior high and once in high school. This just merely says that it should be in state statutes. What this bill is missing is a safeguard. So what we did yesterday was we passed a bill with such a safeguard. Unfortunately, the sponsor has declined to concur, and so the safeguard is no longer there. The essential utility of the IHRA definition, the International Holocaust Remembrance Alliance definition, is it made sure that we could recognize anti-Semitism when we see it. Classical and modern definitions, or I'm sorry, modern examples of anti-Semitism. When Holocaust survivors and their families say never again, what exactly is it they're talking about? They're talking about contemporary anti-Semitism, the ongoing problem of hatred faced by the Jewish people today. Sadly, that's not included in this bill. At the sponsor's request, I got the other language in a different bill. Then I was told that that wasn't enough either. And members, we have seen anti-Semitism on the floor of the House. I have a video, I can send it to you for anybody who's asking. And if it can happen in the State House, it can also happen in our classrooms. And so that's why I'm committed to make sure that it looks like we're not going to get that this year, that we make sure that we protect the memory of those who have passed, the Holocaust survivors, and also their loved ones who have reached out to us that they do want the IRA language included as a safeguard that our U.S. Department of Education, Department of Justice, Department of State, and current and previous administrations have adopted. With that, I vote no.
Thank you. Okay. House, let's see. Okay, Leila Alston is present. So are you already voted? I can scratch you off the list. Senator Ingle, how do you vote?
Yes, Madam President, I vote aye on House Bill 2241.
Thank you. Senator Gabaldon, how do you vote?
This is Senator Gabaldon. I vote aye on HB 2241.
Thank you. Senator Gonzalez, are you with us now or not? No? Okay. Senator Mendez, how do you vote?
Senator Mendez, District 26, I vote yes on House Bill 2241.
Thank you. Senator Pace, how do you vote?
This is Senator Tyler Pace, Legislative District 25, and I vote yes on House Bill 2241.
Thank you. Senator Rios is here. Senator Steele, how do you vote?
This is Senator Steele, and I vote yes on HB 2241.
Okay, thank you. Senators Ingle, Gabaldon, Mendez, Pace, and Steele are all yeses on 2241. Have you all voted? Where's Senator Peterson? Senator Peterson, are you there?
Yes, ma'am.
There you go. How do you vote, Senator Peterson?
Madam President, I vote aye on HB 2241.
Thank you, sir. Senator Peterson is an aye. Let's see. Senator Borelli, how do you vote? Thank you. System is now closed. Secretary will now record the vote by a vote of 27 ayes, 2 nays, 1 not voting. You have passed House Bill 2241. Signed in open session. Secretary is instructed to record the action, transmit the bill over to the House quickly. Messages from the House have been previously read. A group motion will be made for the conferences unless the senator requested concurrence to be considered separately. Senator Gray.
Madam President, I move the Senate concur in the House amendments to Senate Bill 1520 and 1572.
Thank you. Members, you've all heard that motion. All in favor, please indicate by saying aye. Aye. Those opposed, no. Appears the ayes have it, do have it so ordered. Placed under final reading of bills. Final reading of bills.
Senate Bill 1520, an act amending Section 9461.06 Arizona Revised Statutes relating to municipal planning.
Thank you, members. You've all heard the final reading of Senate Bill 1520. Those in favor of the measure vote aye. Those opposed to vote no. The system is now open, and the Senate will now proceed to vote. Senator Ingle, how do you vote on 1520, please?
Sorry.
That's okay.
Madam President, I vote no on Senate Bill 1520.
Okay. Senator Gabaldon, how do you vote?
Senator Gabaldon, I vote no on SB 1520.
Thank you. Senator Mendez, how do you vote?
Senator Mendez votes no on Senate Bill 1520.
Thank you, sir. Senator Pace, how do you vote?
Madam President, this is Senator Tyler Pace, Legislative District 25, and I vote no on House Bill Senate Bill 1520.
Senator Peterson, how do you vote?
Madam President, I vote aye on Senate Bill 1520.
Thank you. Senator Steele, how do you vote?
Madam President, this is Senator Steele from District 9. I vote no on Senate Bill 1520.
Thank you. For the record, Senator Gabaldon, are you there?
Yes, I am.
Didn't you already vote no?
Yes, I did. You didn't record it, ma'am.
You didn't record mine either.
I was just getting ready to do that, guys.
Oh, Sorry.
Boy, I thought I was in a hurry. Jeez, Louise, guys, hold on to your shorts. I know the ice cream's melting, but you're not even here, so be quiet. Okay. Okay, for the record, Senators Engel, Gobaldone, Mendez, Pace, and Steele are all no's on 1520, and Senator Peterson is a yes. Senator Borelli, how do you vote? You're on the board.
Thank you, Madam President. Rise to explain my vote.
Please do.
Thank you, Madam President. Members, I need to clarify some misinformation that's out there. This amendment does not hurt property rights at all. Prop 207 protects property rights. In the amendment, it actually says it prohibits a municipality from diminishing existing private property rights and when adopting or applying or amending an open space element or growth element of the general plan unless certain statutory conditions are met. This keeps things intact that or the original plan on planning and zoning. It's just that a city cannot just arbitrarily change the rules to become what we call the NIMBYs, the not in my backyard. This keeps municipalities from getting out of control. Members, this protects property rights. It protects our ag community, especially for Prop 207. It does not affect our ag community whatsoever. There's been a lot of misinformation that's been floating around out there. I've gotten the calls from my cities also, and after conversation, they also concur with me that this does not affect the way it's been portrayed. Even the builders are on board with this, so there's a lot of misinformation that's out there. Members, I urge you and encourage you to please vote yes and protect the property rights of the personnel and people in your district and your cities. Thank you. I vote aye.
Okay, thank you. Senator, everybody's present and accounted for? Okay. Closing the board by a vote of 13 ayes, 16 nays, 1 not voting. You have failed to pass Senate Bill 1520. Third reading of bills. Final reading, thank you, Susan. Final reading of bills 1572.
SB 1572, an act amending sections 15211, 550101, 5701, 5704 ARS relating to school instruction.
Thank you, members. You all heard the third reading of Senate Bill 1572. Those in favor of the measure vote aye. Those opposed to vote no. System is now open. Senate will now proceed to vote. Okay, Senator Engel, how do you vote on 1572?
Madam President, unfortunately, I am a no on Senate Bill 1572.
Thank you. Senator Gobaldone, how do you vote?
Senator Gabaldon, I vote no on SB 1572.
Thank you. Senator Mendez, how do you vote?
Senator Mendez, District 26, I vote no on Senate Bill 1572.
Thank you. Senator Pace, how do you vote?
Madam President, Senator Tyler Pace, Legislative District 25, and I vote yes on Senate Bill 1572.
Thank you. Senator Peterson, how do you vote?
I pass, Madam President.
Okay. Senator Steele, how do you vote?
Madam President, this is Senator Steele, and I vote no on SB 1572.
Thank you. Members, Senator Engel votes no. Senator Gobaldone is a no. Senator Mendez is a no. Senator Pace is a yes. Senator Steele is a no on 1572. Have you all voted? Senator Peterson, how do you vote?
Madam President, I vote aye.
Thank you. Senator Peterson is an aye on 1572. Senator Gonzalez is missing, so we are good to go. System is now closed. Secretary will now record the vote by vote of 17 ayes, 12 nays, 1 not voting. You have passed Senate Bill 1572. Signed in open session. Secretary is instructed to record the action, transmit the bill to the House. Governor, sorry, thank you. Both of those for record. 1520 goes to the governor, 1572 goes to the governor, for the record. Okay, give me a second. Thank you. Okay. Messages from the House. Without objection, messages from the House as listed on the calendar will not be read. The messages will be entered into the journal. Final reading of bills.
HB 2605, an act amending sections 362803, 36280401, 362816, 362819, 362821, 362854, and 411758 of 7 ARS related medical marijuana.
Thank you, members. You've all heard the final reading of House Bill 2605. Those in favor of the measure vote aye. Those opposed will vote no. The system is now open. The Senate will now proceed to vote. Please be aware there is an Article 5 1.1 on this bill pertaining to 36203, 36280.4.01, 3628016, 3828019, 3628021, 3628054. All righty, let's go to Senator Engel. How do you vote on 2605? It's the medical marijuana testing for Reese bill. Stand by. Having a technical problem on the board right now. 2605, medical marijuana testing for Reese. Oh, there we go. No, yeah, there we go. We're good. Okay, rock and roll. Okay, Senator Engel, how do you vote on 2605?
Madam President, I vote aye on House Bill 2605.
Thank you. Senator Gabaldon, how do you vote?
Madam Chair, may I explain my vote?
Please do.
Thank you. I just want to begin by saying thank you very much to Representative Freeze and also Senator Bartow for working through this bill. It's very important that the voters of the state of Arizona we move the agenda forward in regards to recreational marijuana as well as medical marijuana. I think this is a great thing as we move forward, because this is something that I know in my legislative district is something that is very supported. And so I'm very thankful. And then on another note, I want to take this opportunity to thank my assistant Dylan for all his assistance, his guidance, and all the hard work that he does. This is Senator Gabaldon. I vote aye on HB 2605.
Thank you, ma'am. Senator Mendez, how do you vote?
Senator Mendez votes aye on House Bill 2605.
Thank you. Senator Pace, how do you vote?
Senator Tyler Pace, Legislative District 25. I vote aye on House Bill 2605.
Thank you. Senator Steele, how do you vote?
Senator Steele from District 9 votes aye on HB 2605.
Thank you. Senator Peterson, how do you vote?
Madam President, I vote aye on HB 2605.
Thank you much. All right, Senator Engel, Gabaldon, Mendez, Pace, Peterson, Steele, all vote aye on 2605. Senator Townsend, you're on the board.
Thank you, Madam President. I rise to explain my vote. Thank you, Madam President. And members, by way of explaining my vote, I just wanted to take this opportunity to turn around and recognize my assistant, Kayri Kubat, up there on the first row with her camera filming all of us, and want to thank her for all the support that she provides for me, both on the clock and off the clock. She puts up with me, listens to me, and has always been there for me. I'm so very grateful. Wish I had thought to bring you flowers today. I will do that when you come back. She's going on vacation. Lucky Duck is going to be gone for 3 weeks. Please, everyone, give her a round of applause for being such a great assistant. That was for you.
Thank you. Senator Otondo, you're on the board.
Thank you, Madam President. I rise to explain my vote.
Please do.
I just want to thank Dr. Representative Randy Freeze, because if next session we have another session like this one, I'm going to need a lot of medical marijuana, and I just want to make sure that it's all tested. Thank you, Dr. Freeze.
Thank you. Okay, Gonzalez is not here. Okay, that was Otondo, right? Senator Rios, you're next.
Madam President, I rise to explain my vote.
Please do.
And just very short and sweet, but I just wanted to tell everybody, it has been fun working together this year. I look forward to
Sorta.
next year. This is true, it's true. And then just a serious thank you, though, to all of the Senate staff, our research staff, our assistants, for working around the clock to always make sure that we're prepared, that we know what we're talking about. You make us look good, and we could not do this without you. So sincere thanks to all of you.
Ditto. Senator Borelli, you're next up.
Yes, thank you, Madam President. I rise to explain my vote.
Please do.
Thank you, Madam President. Members, it's been a long time coming on this medical marijuana fixing. A lot of times, I've ran this bill a bunch of times, and it went up in smoke. However, I would like to recognize my assistant, Phyllis, who's up in the gallery, and I think she's got one of the toughest jobs here by dealing with me day in and day out, and I want to personally thank her for all her support. Thank you.
Senator Navarrete, you're up.
Thank you, Madam President. I rise to explain my vote.
Please do.
Again, I want to say thank you to all the stakeholders who worked tirelessly on this bill, and also want to thank all of our pages, our Senate leadership, all the members. It's always an interesting moment working with every single one of you. Thank you. And of course, all the assistants who always have each other's back when they're, when someone is out. So thank you very much, and all the research staff. Also want to give a big shout out to my assistant, Ms. Stephanie Vasquez, who was also recently engaged. So congratulations on your engagement, and now that you're an MPA as well. With that, I vote aye.
Thank you. Senator Quesada, you're up.
Thank you, Madam President. I rise to explain my vote. Thank you. I will proceed. Thank you, Madam President, members. I just wanted to say a very special thank you to my assistant as well. Callie Jones has been just a wonderful, wonderful assistant. I could not have gotten through this session without her, and she is moving on to much bigger and better things with the Children's Action Alliance after next week, and so I'm going to truly miss her. She's a wonderful person. Keep your eye out for this young lady. She's going to make waves in the state of Arizona. This is a true leader, and I think I learned way more from her than she learned from me this year. And so, Callie, thank you for this whole year, and I wish you nothing but the best. I'm so proud of you, and I'm so happy for you. And with that, Madam President, I vote aye.
Thank you, Mr. Quesada. Mr. Gowan, you're up next. Senator Gowan.
Thank you, Madam President. Rise to explain my vote. And in lieu of, thank you. Members, I want to say thank you to my assistant. Is she up there? I don't know. I don't know if she's up there. You know, she takes care of my office so well, I don't know if she goes up there or she keeps the office rolling. There she is, Sarah. Thank you. Sarah's been doing a wonderful job for me. Plugged in right as we began at the beginning of the session, and been doing a very good job for me. I can tell you, Jen as well has helped out, and so did Phyllis from the majority staff as well. But I want to say also a big thank you to the people that have put this budget together, with my vice chair, Mr. Leach there. And then, of course, I have Fletcher. Where is he? There he is. Fletcher sitting right there. You got Fletcher doing a great job. He had our chief of staff, Wendy Baldo. We had Don Wallace on there. And, of course, is Liam up there? There he is. And Liam. Wonderful job. We got Dino up there. There he is, going off to Harvard. He's going to have to grow his beard out again, going to Harvard there. So these guys did a yeoman job. I tell you what, it's a year in the making, and you were all part of it just as well. Appreciate all the support that occurred with that and what we put up there. So very proud of this body and what we were able to accomplish and do. So with that and all our other staff that you see, I see Brooke and I see Diana. I don't know. Anybody else out here? Let me name them all. Should I name them all? Any rate, I just want to say thanks. You guys have been wonderful. Good family. Appreciate you guys. And with that, I vote aye, Madam President.
Should be on the back counter.
All right. Wait, don't be, wait. We still have a little work to do. What now? All right, I need your attention. Calm down. We still got a little bit to go. All right, Senator Boyer, you're on the board now.
Thank you, Madam President. Permission to explain my vote.
Please do.
Thank you, Madam President. Just want to say thank you to my assistant, Tracy, the best assistant around, and the reason I know that is she puts up with me. And thankful to all the staff for all of your hard work. And this is the first sunny day in memory that I can remember when the sun is still out. So with that, I vote aye.
Ditto on that one, right? Senator Alston, you're on the board.
Thank you, Madam President. I want to thank everyone in this chamber for your kind thoughts, your prayers, and while I was out, a special thank you to Mary, who picks me up and brings me in, or picks stuff up and brings to my home and sits by my side when I have all those, oops, I didn't turn the mic off yet. This is my 29th sine die as a member, and I hadn't missed one yet, and so I'm so relieved and happy that Mary once again bundled me up and brought me down to say sine die with all of you. I thank you. I look forward to the work we will be doing next year. Your kind wishes, your prayers, your cards, your flowers were all greatly, greatly appreciated, and I'm really, really happy to be here, and I hope you'll note I'm mask-free. Thank you.
Thank you very much. Yay, thank God for that. Okay, I'm going to assume right now that Senator Kerr does not want to comment on this bill. Let me get this bill done and get it over there so we can finish processing these last two bills we did, and then we'll have lots of time for more points of personal privilege. Okay, I know everybody has a lot of good things to say. So, with respect to this bill that's still on the board is now closed, and by a vote of 29 ayes and 0 nays and 1 not voting, you have passed House Bill 2605 with all the required votes needed for the 3/4 votes. Signed in open session, Secretary is instructed to record the action, transmit the bill back over to the House so that they can get up there. All right, we have a little more work here to do. Introduction and first reading of reference of bills.
HDR 2022, Fisher House Service Member supporting.
Rules.
SB 1426, Conversion Therapy Prohibition Minors.
Rules.
SB 1637, Biological Sex, Interscholastic Athletes.
Rules.
SCR 1002, Appointment of Presidential Electors.
Rules.
SCR 1012, Ratification Equal Rights Amendment.
Rules.
SCR 1013, Equal Rights, Equal Protection.
Rules.
SCR 1026, Removal Margaret Sanger.
Rules. Okay, now, Senator Kerr, you're on the board now.
Thank you, Madam President. I rise for a point of personal privilege.
Please do.
Thank you so much. I'll be very brief. I too wanted to extend my heartfelt gratitude to all of our staff. They're just incredible. I tell my constituents all the time how blessed we are here in Arizona to have the staff that we have. So thank you all so much. And then another real quick announcement. Tomorrow, Diana, our media specialist here, she is going in for her citizenship test. She's a, thank you. She is a little hesitant. She doesn't want to be jinxed, and I know she is just going to ace it. She's been studying so hard, and Diana's been here in the States for 12 years now, and just wish her all the best. We'll be praying for you, Diana, and very excited for you, and what a blessing. So all the best. Thank you.
Senator Engel.
Thank you, Madam President. I rise on a point of personal privilege.
Proceed.
I also wanted to thank my assistant, Andrea Martinez, who is an absolutely amazing person. I really won the lottery by getting her as an assistant when I came over here to the Senate. She is just completely, incredibly well organized, spreadsheets, everything, very innovative with technology, and full of really positive energy. Also wanted to have a shout out to JT Hunsaker and Callie Jones, who also have been helping me over the past few days. And finally to the staff, the Democratic Caucus staff has just been absolutely amazing, really working around the clock on weekends, evenings, to help us get prepared. And really, I want to thank the entire Senate staff, just wonderful professional people, and really appreciate it. So thank you. And I'm sorry I'm not there in person to enjoy the ice cream.
Thank you, Senator Engel. Appreciate that very much. Okay, I have another announcement about a bill. I'm getting some inquiries about a bill number 2840. 2840. It was a Jacqueline Parker bill. There is people that were requesting it for to be put up. It's a very controversial bill. I can guarantee you the votes are not there. So I am not going to end this session on a controversial bill if it has no chance of passing anyway. If they would like to reintroduce it next year, that's fine. But that's not how we're ending this session this year. So it ain't going to happen, folks. Okay, let's see. Senator Townsend, you have something for us?
Thank you, Madam President. I rise for a point of personal privilege for a proclamation.
Please do.
I will keep it short and just read the proclamation and let it stand as that. Whereas the United States Constitution divides powers between the federal and state governments, and whereas the division in power was designed in part to enable state legislatures to protect their constituents against federal overreach or abuse of power, and whereas the federal government, federal agencies, and federal officers recently have conducted themselves and have threatened to act in ways that impair the rights of American citizens, and whereas the rights thereby endangered include the right to religious freedom, to the integrity of the ballot, to travel freely, to personal security and equal protection of the laws, to protection of property and livelihood against excessive and unconstitutional fiscal policies, and to be governed at the state and local level as to those activities the Constitution places outside federal purview. And whereas a convention of the states is a traditional forum in which state legislatures send commissioners to consider issues common to the states and recommend common solutions, and whereas the confidence of the American public in the integrity of elections has sharply diminished, and there are efforts in the current Congress to centralize election procedures in ways that are both unconstitutional and improper. Therefore, be it resolved by the state of Arizona, the House of Representatives concurring, that the legislature of the state of Arizona respectfully calls a planning convention of the states to be called the Phoenix Convention on Constitutional Liberties and Self-Government, that each state shall be represented by commissioners chosen and authorized in a manner that each respective state legislature determines, or if no manner is determined by a state legislature, selected jointly by the majority leadership of each legislative chamber of that state, to convene initially at 12 o'clock noon on September 15th, 2021, at the Arizona State Senate Chambers in Phoenix, Arizona, for the limited purposes of discussing the actions of the federal government, federal agencies, and federal officers that impair or threaten to impair the constitutional and traditional rights of American citizens, and recommending corrective actions to state governments or to the federal government, federal agencies, and federal officers. Discussing issues regarding the right of the people to self-government and the right to elect representatives through the election process that are secure and transparent. That the planning convention is empowered to recommend to the representative states one or more formal institutional structures to continue to carry on the purposes provided in paragraph 2 of this section. That the legislature of the state of Arizona recognizes that a convention of states determines its own rules and procedures and elects its own officers. In the interest of the efficiency and consistency, however, the legislature of the state of Arizona recommends to the planning convention that the permanent rules contain certain principles traditionally followed by the convention of states, including the following principles. A quorum for all sessions of the full convention shall be a majority of the states attending, and for all committee meetings shall be by a majority of the members of the relevant committee. All voting shall be by state, with each state having one vote without apportionment or division, and each state legislature or delegation shall determine the internal voting and quorum rules for casting the vote of its delegation. A majority vote of the states attending and voting shall prevail on all issues before the planning convention and all of its committees, including the convention recommendations. D, convention officers shall include at least a president, vice president, and secretary. That the Arizona Constitutional Liberties and Self-Government Planning Convention Committee is established, consisting of 3 members of the House of Representatives of the state of Arizona who are appointed by the Speaker of the House of Representatives, and 3 members of the Senate of the state of Arizona who are appointed by the President of the Senate. The Arizona Constitutional Liberties and Self-Government Planning Convention Committee, if necessary, may change the time, date, and location of the planning convention, and if necessary, may appoint a temporary president and temporary presiding officers of the standing committees. The Arizona Constitutional Liberties and Self-Government Planning Convention Committee shall coordinate the logistics of the planning convention, including the facilities, meeting rooms, security, staffing, and other management issues pertaining to the planning convention. The longest-serving legislator who is a member of the Arizona Constitutional Liberties and Self-Government Planning Convention Committee shall call a meeting of the committee, at which time the committee shall elect a chairperson. That the legislative body of each several states is urged to provide for the appointment of commissioners to attend the planning convention and to otherwise provide further cooperation and assistance. That the Secretary of the State of Arizona transmit a copy of this resolution to the presiding officer of each legislative body in the several states, dated this 30th day of June, 2021, Senate President Karen Fann and Senator Kelly Townsend. Thank you.
Thank you, ma'am. Senator Mendez, you've got your hand up.
Yes, I do. Thank you. Members, I don't usually, do this at the end of the session, but it's been a really crazy session. My assistant Robert Nolan and our Democratic staff, they know how grateful I am for their work. I wouldn't be doing any of this if it wasn't for them. But I want to take a moment to also thank all the maintenance and janitorial and security staff that we've been putting in harm's way for these last couple of months. I've been seeing them clean so many surfaces that I can't imagine what they're going through while we keep them there so late at night. So I just want to give a shout out by name to Juana, Lourdes, Lorena, Maddie, Francis, and of course Mikey. All these people are always working way too late. Even when I'm getting out, they're still there. And so, I'm grateful for them trying to keep us safe. And I wish we would do better by them. Thank you.
Thank you, sir. Senator Gobaldone, you have your hand up.
Yes, Madam President, I'd like to share a point of personal privilege, if I may.
Please do.
Thank you. Senator Mendez, thank you very much for acknowledging all the hardworking individuals that do make our jobs a lot easier. It's such a joy every morning for them to all greet me when I come in. So I know they're very hardworking. And every time I see them, I see my family members. So thank you, Senator Mendez, for acknowledging them. Also, I'd like to thank my fellow colleagues on both sides of the aisle. It has been a great honor and privilege to work with you this session. I know we have agreed to disagree, and that's okay, because that's how we serve our community. But I want to especially thank my constituency for supporting me and for encouraging me to represent them. And I want to thank each of you for your understanding in regards to what's happening health-wise for me. I just want to also thank all the assistants, all the research staff, but especially the Democratic staff who has really helped me and guided me through a lot of the bills and a lot of things that have been happening during the session. And lastly, I want to acknowledge my family for supporting me and getting me through all of this. And so, Madam President, thank you very much for your support. We have been serving for many years, and I know that there's a few members on that floor and in the Senate that we have been through the 9 years together. So thank you very much, Madam President, for this opportunity to speak.
Thank you. Senator Bartow, you're on the board.
Thank you, Madam President. I rise for a point of personal privilege as well.
Please do.
Thank you. I'm not sure if we can have enough thanks for the staff that has served us this year. It's really been a session for the record books, and in so many ways. We had so many issues that we needed to deal with because of the cutting short of the session last year. It seemed like we had double the bills and double the input, double the phone calls and emails that our assistants had to deal with. And it's just hard to put into words. I think we really, really appreciate all you've done from research staff, committee staff, policy staff, pages, all of you, and leadership. President Van, I really appreciate that. I think you've done a fabulous job this year. And a special thank you for Sue Sweeten. This is her last sine die. And she's followed me around all these years. And so thank you for the excellent job and service that you've done. Thank you to all of you. It's been a joy to work with you, and we did fight like cats and dogs, but we got through it. Thank you, Lord. Thank you.
Thank you, Senator Bartow. Senator Marsh, you're up next.
Madam President, I rise for a point of personal privilege.
Please do.
I did not realize that this outpouring of gratitude was part of the ending, but I'm all about gratitude, so I'm happy to partake. For my first session, I can't see him, but I believe he's up there, my assistant Tyler, who was fabulous. It's no easy feat juggling a school schedule and a Senate schedule, and Tyler has been amazing doing it. And I got to thank Senator Alston's assistant, Mary, as well, because I know she helped Tyler a great deal, and I love being sweet mates with Senator Alston. And thank you to all the staff and everybody. Thank you.
Thank you. Senator Steele, you're up next.
Wonderful. Madam President, I rise for a point of personal privilege.
Please do.
Thank you. I would just like to say, I would be remiss if I didn't say that I'm sad that we were not able to get to the Equal Rights Amendment ratification bill this year. I was talking to a reporter about 2 or 3 months ago, and she said, when do you think that's going to get heard and assigned to a committee and all of that? And I said, I think maybe 2 minutes before we sine die, and I was joking. So I'm hoping next year we can switch it up and maybe have this hearing on the ERA ratification next year, and maybe in the first 2 weeks. So I'm going to push for that. Just be aware, Madam President. Meanwhile, it's been a session. Holy cow, has it been a session? But I've learned a lot, and in spite of it all, I have enjoyed working with every single one of you. I've come to know you better and to have more respect for each of you and every single one of you. So thank you for teaching me. Sometimes those things that are the hardest for us to deal with are the greatest gifts that we can have. And so that's how I'm going out.
Thank you, Senator Steele. Appreciate that. Senator Peshlikai, you're up next.
I rise for final comments.
Please do.
Thank you. Thank you to all my colleagues, the staff, and my family, and LD7 constituents, and my traditional elder advisors whom I have on speed dial, and then also to my Senate aide, Mr. Daedric Scott, who is new to working with us, and he hit the ground running, so I'm very grateful to him for working with me. And then also to Senator Gonzalez's aide, Miss Christina Campoy. They both did a really great job, and it's been an interesting session. We're kind of all used to the ups and downs and the topsy-turvies, but I have a lot of gratitude for being in this chamber and serving with all of you. And thank you to you, Madam President, for your leadership. I know it's not easy, and I wish everybody a wonderful and safe summer interim. And then also, I ask that all my constituents and all Arizonans continue to be aware of the COVID variants that are coming into the state. And the president of the Navajo Nation just announced that the Delta variant is on the Navajo Nation. And so I hope everybody is safe and sound over the interim, and I look forward to the next session. Yeah, thank you, Madam President.
Thank you, Senator Peshlikai. Senator Otondo?
Thank you, Madam President. I rise for a comment.
Please do.
I just wanted to give a shout out and a big thank you to my assistant, JT Hunsacker. So, JT, it's been wonderful working with you this session. So, thank you very, very much. And also, I just want to give a shout out to really our wonderful Democratic staff. I mean, they have been there for us. And believe me, you can ask Jeff, I call it all hours. Like, in a panic sometimes. And I just wanted to send, a lot of love and respect to staff. So thank you all very much.
Thank you. Okay, let me wind this up, and then we'll get this closed out. So I, too, want to thank my two assistants. It has been a really, really tough session, and those two have just done yeoman's jobs, and they're just the best. And if you've had any interaction with them, you know how good they are. Second of all, I too want to echo Senator Otondo. I wanted to say a huge thank you. We've all thanked our assistants and the security people and maintenance and everybody else, but I do also want to say huge thanks to the staff, the leadership staff in the minority, our Democrat staff members, and in our Republican, Wendy, Melissa, Fletcher, Liam, everybody. You guys have been amazing. Many of these guys, as well as the lobbyists, have been around for 20, 30, 40 years, and they have all said that never, never, never have they had to deal with a session like this one because of COVID and because of the stresses and everything that's going on. And somehow we made it through. They made it through. They still have most of their hair, a little more gray. But I think we definitely need to have T-shirts made up that says for all of us, that says we survived the 55th legislature. And so that's my vote for this one. So with that, let's get this thing closed out. Business on the President's desk, Senate rules. Now you're going to love this one, okay, guys? So go ahead, Senator Gray.
Thank you, Madam President. I move that the Senate Temporary Emergency Rule 32, procedure during the COVID-19 outbreak, be repealed.
Members, you have all heard that motion. All in favor indicate by saying aye. Aye. Any opposed, nay. Appears the ayes have it, do have it, so ordered. Senator Gray.
I move the proposed amendment to Senate Rule 7A as distributed be adopted.
Thank you. Members, you've all heard that motion. All in favor, please indicate by saying aye. Aye. Any opposed, nay. Thank you. Senator Gray.
I move the rules of the 55th legislature as amended be adopted as the rules of the 55th legislature.
You've all heard that motion. All in favor indicate by saying aye. Any opposed, nay. Appears the ayes have it, do have it, so ordered. Secretary, please record that action. Committee to notify the House on signage aye. Senator Gray.
Thank you, Madam President, the one we've all been waiting for. I move that the committee be appointed to notify the House the Senate has completed its labors and is ready to adjourn sine die.
Members, you have all heard that motion. All those in favor, please indicate by saying aye. Aye. No, I have no second. There's no second. No second. You have all heard that motion. All in favor indicate by saying aye. Any opposed, nay. Appears the ayes have it, do have it. I will appoint Senators Rogers, Shope, and Alston as members of this committee. Senator Borelli, you're on the board.
Thank you, Madam President. I rise to request a roll call vote.
You do not have a second. You're out of order, but thank you very much. Senator Townsend, was there something you wanted to say as well? You mentioned it. If you do, you do. You don't, you don't. Yes or no? Here's your chance. When? Okay. Do you want to make a comment? No, you're not seconding it. Do it. We've already announced the vote, so there's no second, but I promised you a point of personal privilege. I'm keeping my promise here.
That's right. I remember that.
Okay.
Yes. Madam President, I would like the journal to reflect that had there been a roll call vote, I would have been casting a no vote for sine die.
Thank you, ma'am. Okay, so let's see, where did we leave off? We appointed Senators Rogers, Shope, and Alston as members of that committee. The House to signage adjournment. Senator Borelli, you're not on the board. Did you want to say something? Or is Townsend just waving at you? Senator Borelli. Okay, there we go.
Yes, thank you, Madam President. I'd like to also be on the record. I'm a no on sine die.
Thank you, sir. Duly noted. Okay, committee from the House on sine die adjournment. President, would the Sergeant of Arms please announce the committee from the House?
Oops, hold on.
Madam President, I have been directed by the House of Representatives to inform the Senate that the House of Representatives 55th Legislature, first regular session, has completed its labors and is ready to adjourn sine die.
Thank you, sir. We appreciate all of your efforts. We appreciate that. Applause, please. Thank you. Without objection, the reading of the Journal of Thursday, June the 30th, 2021 is dispensed with and approved as recorded by the Secretary. Senator Gray, wait a minute. Okay, Senator Rogers, you have the floor right now.
Madam President, please add a journal entry that had there been a vote, I also would have been nay on sine die.
Thank you, ma'am. So duly noted in the Journal. Senator Gray.
Thank you, Madam President. I move the Senate 55th Legislature, first regular session, adjourn sine die.
Thank you. Members, you've all heard that motion. All in favor indicate by saying aye. Any opposed, nay. Appears the ayes have it, do have it so ordered. Thank you, everyone. God bless you. Have a great interim, and we'll see you soon. We are adjourned.